Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode quote-unquote 1 of the Relic Runners. We officially have a name. Yay! Golf claps. So yeah, a lot of interesting things happened last week, and I'll give a brief recap of our session 0 before we eventually before I eventually let my players give their highlights from last week's session, and then we'll get into right back into playing. So last time we played, it was our initial session. Our party got to meet each other for the first time. It was an interesting experience for all, because most of the party was not knowing exactly what they were coming in to expect, with the exception of Gaius and Pip, who were friends before this session took place. Some brief introductions were had, and some discussions about places they've been before and things that they do or had. Then a bar fight erupted, which they solved peacefully, mind you, with the help of one tiny good bird. To which they proceeded to do a favor. After which they proceeded to do a favor for the barkeep, an owner of the tavern in which they are staying, trying to mend a broken friendship. They journeyed to the temple, had some words there, then managed to get into a scuffle with some rats on the way there as well. Interesting thing that. Then they proceeded to the quote-unquote docks to talk to a gnome, and made an interesting discovery there as well. They then went to they then proceeded to destroy the local drug den for reasons unknown. Watch last week's episode if you want the answer to those questions. And got a pat on the back for a job well done, and enjoyed a nice night of very pleasant food and pleasantries at the Last Sand Inn. And we left off in the morning time, but before we get into that, let's get into some player highlights. And we will start with Callie, by which I mean Sam. Go ahead.
My highlight is the kind of racial discussion of, oh, are you what elves became? And asking Gaius if he's a lizard folk.
All right. Shush, or should I say UA? Did he just die on us?
Good bird things that a good bird should... Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. Now you're back. Your internet did the thing where it dropped.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, so everything came in at once?
Yeah.
Awesome. I liked being a good bird, and I was a good bird, and I did all of the good bird things that a good bird should do.
All right. We will give it to Gaius then. Or should I say Bio?
It really is between the exasperation or the fact that everyone has a go time mode.
All right, and last but not least, Pip, or should I say Robot?
Building my character around doing one thing and then not being able to do that one thing in three attempts.
Roll20 was not having any of that. Holy shit!
You might want to be checked for some rust.
Yeah. Get him once over at one of the shops. Gee.
Other than that, it was fun. Being the sort of born yesterday kind of character, that was fun.
All right. And
a cave and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that was a highlight for me. A cave.
Yes, I know that.
But the others don't.
Yes.
I think we are good to go then. Let me just get the music going. And I'm going to turn Fred Boat down just a smidge since I don't want the music to be overpowering. Alright. When we last left off, you guys had just woken up the next morning after a very interesting experience the previous day, going to mend a simple friendship and ending up busting a local drug den. Not quite what you expected, but hell, that's to be expected with a group of adventurers such as yourself. As you guys had woken up, Mitten had served you guys a local dish of curried eggs with naan and a glass of lassi, and informed you that your envoy Eric von Sailing has arrived and was waiting for you downstairs. Right now, you are all in your individual rooms. However, you may meet with each other if you so desire, or just do whatever you wish. Obviously, for Pip, you don't get a serving of food because you don't eat, but he does provide you a wet rag, as he has been told. Well, as he told you yesterday, as Claire has instructed, it's about the most useful thing he can do for you.
Yeah, I will add that. I mean, it came in handy. It came very much in handy last time, so I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
All right, so if you guys can't decide amongst yourself what you're gonna do, I'll just have you all roll initiative. I'm just giving you that opportunity. If you want to seize it for yourself, you can. If not, I'm gonna have you all roll.
Well, given the what's the word I'm trying to find right now? Given how the town views constructs, Pip's staying around Gaius and trying to just act like the servant he's supposed to be.
Makes sense. All right, if that's the case, then with the exception of Pip, because you've already declared what it is you're going to be doing, Gaius, Callie, and Shush, I need you all to roll me initiative.
I mean, Collie's not going anywhere.
That's an 8 for Gaius, a 17 for Callie.
That is weird.
What's wrong?
When I open the sheet, it's like, how do you want to create this character? I'm like, what are you doing? Stop.
Odd.
There we go. There's a tie. Callie does have the higher initiative modifier, so we're going to go with Callie first. All right, so Callie, Mitten has just served you the curried eggs, naan, and lassi. What are you doing? And what are your plans?
After she eats her fill, just going to make sure nothing was left behind in the room, basically. Like, anything of hers, rather. She's not stealing.
Fair enough. All right. You do a quick glance of the room, kind of looking it once over before gathering all your things up in your naps and inside of your carrying pack. And where do you head from there? Do you head immediately downstairs to meet Eric von Sailing, or do you go and gather the rest of the party?
I mean, I'm aware of where everyone's rooms are, correct? So, I guess I'm going to go and look for the party, because she's not really going to stand there awkwardly waiting.
All right. Given that Shush was next highest on the initiative, I'm going to go ahead and say that you go to his room first.
Knock, knock.
All right, Shush, what are you doing in your room when she knocks?
Just like packing, making sure everything is like in travel ready. And then she knocks, and he just kind of opens the door and sticks his beak out.
All right, ready?
Yes, I'll be there in just a minute.
All right. And she just walks on
Good
down to the
morning.
next door. Waves, but moves on to the next door.
All right. Gaius and Pip, you hear a on your door.
Pip will open
come
the
in?
door.
Are you ready?
Nearly ready.
No, our ride's waiting on us. We ought to get going.
He's pretty much just putting on his gauntlets at this point. The room is packed up and ready to go.
All right, let's go then.
Yeah. And she just keeps walking, I guess, towards the, I assume, stairs. Judging how taverns tend to work.
That is indeed correct. And as you are heading down the stairs, you can, the rest of the party, following kind of close behind you, you do see that the tavern is actually much busier than when you guys kind of were meeting each other the previous day and when you guys were kind of even feasting the previous night. Morning appears to be the busiest time, as you see Mitten himself is very busy on the floor. Clara does, however, give you a greeting. Looks like you.
You'll note that as soon as she sees how crowded it is, she will pull her cloak hood up. Just kind of, not stealthing necessarily, just not to be conspicuous as normal. She will wave at Clara, and just kind of scan the room, I guess, for possibly who would be, you know who I'm talking about, Van Sailing.
All right. So, kind of giving the room a look around, you don't really see anybody that would match that kind of name, if I'm being a little bit forward. Even especially with guys there with you being a central resident who's probably even met a few Westlanders in his time. You don't see anybody that looks really Westlander, the Westlander jaw, the long hair, the beards, the musculature build. You do see a lot of miners and stuff here, which is just kind of looks left, looks right. Where's the person we're looking for? As once again, Clara gestures for you.
There's no one eating raw eggs and
No.
explaining how he likes to decorate with antlers and things.
No, there's no one like that.
Of course there's not. She will head towards Clara.
All right. Is everyone else following Kali's lead?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Clack, 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 little feet.
All right. So, you walk up to Clara and she's like, "Good morning, everybody. I hope that you slept well." Except when she turns to Pip. There's a nod.
Well as I can when I can't.
Of course. I've been instructed to lead you to Eric von Sailing. If you would follow me.
All right.
Alright.
Alright, so, kind of walking past the crowd and kind of towards the back of the bar where the kitchen is, she opens the door. As you can see Shrikala at work cooking things in the back. As you see her peek her head out and scream at Mitten that some order is ready. As you see him rushing back, as she gives a nod to Clara, as Clara says, "I'm just taking them to the back room." Fair enough. Goes back to what she's doing as you guys continue to be led to a back door, which leads to downstairs. As you guys are kind of traveling down these stairways, that's a little past the kitchen. Clara takes a little moment to explain to you. This is where the tenants of the Last Sand Tavern tend to rest. Mitten provides us with a place to stay, in accordance with trying to make sure that we are comfortable. She continues walking. However, this is also where we occasionally host private parties, since it is very unlikely that you would be disturbed back here. She leads you for only about 2 or 3 minutes, where you guys reach what is kind of the large... You can kind of tell by the door structure that this is probably the largest room that they have in this establishment. She opens the door to the room. As you guys can see, the room is large, but mostly empty, save for enough chairs to seat about 10 people. There's a stone table in the center of the room, a dartboard on one side, a tray of warm tea with biscuits and hummus that sits on the stone table, and a billiard table on the opposite side of the dartboard. Sitting over near...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Sitting over where the dartboards are, currently playing darts, you see... you finally see someone who probably is the closest approximation that you would probably say for a Westlander. Eric Von Sailing, along with 2 well-armed guards, are sitting there playing darts. One of the guards is a blue-scale dragonborn clad in heavy armor, wielding a spear, and the other is a lizard folk wearing similar leathers and sporting a jagged sword that looks more like a saw. And once you guys enter the room, they stop playing darts as the man makes a gesture as Clara closes the door as you guys all enter the room. I will just give a brief description of Eric, if you do not mind.
Yeah.
Eric is a tall and lithe-built man who has a strong Westlander's jaw with a bit of unshaven roughage. His brown almond-shaped eyes and black hair, which has been cut short and proper, beget that he does value somewhat coming off with a cleanly appearance. He dresses in white and purple scholarly robes, though there is armor that peeks from underneath and a sword at his side, which indicates he spent more time than at just the library. And as you guys enter, and he gestures for the door to be closed, and it is properly closed, he gives a smile. Ah, pleasure to meet you all. I am Eric Von Sailing.
Name's Pip. What's your score? And he points at the dartboard.
Me? Losing. Very badly. He makes a gesture for the blue scale dragon. I'm no dart player, I can tell you that. All right here, though. He's a dart player. The blue scale dragonborn gives a nod. Let me introduce my bodyguards to you. This is Aura and Vefnet.
Nice to meet
Please.
you all.
Vefnet, the lizard folk, smiles at being greeted. He's like, why don't we all have a seat if we, as we get through these introductions. Sounds like a good plan, right?
Right.
Indeed.
Once business is done, I want a game of darts, though.
Well, it certainly won't be against me.
I was just going to throw a dart.
All right. So yeah, no, you guys are free. You guys are kind of free to explore the room. Obviously, Eric is expecting just a little bit of greetings and such, but you guys are allowed to do what you want to do.
Just kind of looking around the room. You can see what this is.
I just wanted to throw a single dart before sitting down.
Oh, okay. Pick up a dart. Just throw me a ranged attack roll, because you should be proficient with darts. Meanwhile, Bio, what is it that you were saying?
I can see why this is used for private parties. It's very well stocked.
Eric gives
As
Eric gives a nod with a smile as he shush, you missed the board entirely. As it kind of clinks off the wall.
I'm very sad and I sit down.
How could
But I put the dart back where it's supposed to be, but then I sit down.
Oh.
I'm very sad.
Never mind.
You were gonna use your mage hand, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Yeah, I
I
figured.
was.
Okay.
Callie will basically just make very brief eye contact and then join to sit, but not really say anything.
Okay. Eric will smile as he's like, well, I know all your names, but I don't know who you are. So, as I said, I'm Eric Von Sailing. You may refer to me as Eric. This is Aura. This is Vefnet. They're just here for security purposes, mind you. He gestures to Shush.
Shh.
Ah, Shush, the Kinku. Is it
Wait.
true what they say about Kinku? That they don't have a voice of their own?
Kind of just looks sad, and he looks down.
I'll take I hit a sore spot. I apologize for that. I was merely inquisitive, not meaning to hurt any feelings. Gestures to Gaius.
Gaius Vipsanius of Rodok Kine.
Oh. I think I've been there before. Maybe. I don't keep track of everywhere I travel, mind you. My apologies for that.
If you pass through Central, it's probably one of the colleges that stood out. Maybe.
Ah, yes. He smiles like, I'm a bit of a scholar myself.
I can tell.
He gestures to Pip.
Pip is sat very casually, kind of leaning back in his chair. Oh, well, I'm Pip of, and then he just stops for a second, like he's staring into space. Well, while Gaius found me at a cave.
Ah, yes, you're the special. You're the special case.
Right.
I look forward to hearing how your story plays out, sir.
Hopefully a good one.
And last but not least, the lady.
Calligraphy.
Ah, yes. I believe Mr. Radog told me I could also refer to you as Kali, if that is acceptable to you. I'm not here to just take his word on it.
That's fine. She just kind of stares hard at him.
All right.
Insight.
Oh, insight. Insight if he's saying who he says he is or something like that.
How is he responding to her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's a yes. 22.
He's treating you like he's the same way he's kind of addressing his guards, or the same way he's addressing Pip or Shush or Gaius. He doesn't seem to treat people differently at all.
All right. Yes, then she definitely would have just agreed.
All right. Well, I have tea, and I had to special request it, but biscuits as well. There's also this hummus, which I'm not a big fan of myself, but you're welcome to it. I know that it's part of the regular diet here in the region. First off, I want to apologize to you for the lateness of my arrival. Sadly, not much I can do about the sandstorms. Am I right?
Not easy to control the weather, no.
Not within my realm of power. A little bit of history about me. I've been working for Mr. Radog for almost 20 years now. Really only the last 5 years. This was on and off before that. However, I've always been a member of the Janus Collective. Prabhat Collective here, if I recall. He says with a smile.
Guys would nod.
Nods.
He takes a sip of his tea, which I can.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How quality is the texture of the hummus?
Oh, it's quality. It was made by Mitten.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He takes a sip of his tea. He's like, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this, do you have any questions for me? I'm more than willing to answer anything, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that you weren't told, which it's a little unfair.
Kind of stroking his chin. Nothing that immediately comes to mind, though it is notable that this region seems to have some ties to specific religions.
Yes. I imagine you probably may not have been aware since, if I remember correctly, Mr. Guys, well, as you've just said, you are not originally from here. The way things are run around here, it's a theological oligarchy is the term for it.
Mm-hmm.
The Loxodon are the ruling class, the chosen of Shemesh, if you will. The temple and church of Shemesh controls most of this region, them having a lot of major power in this area due to their worshipping pretty much the major deity of this land, God the Sun and all. Really hard to, in a land of desert, to not be the most powerful deity they are, especially when your church has the ability to create water.
Naturally.
God damn it.
At least I didn't make the sound.
If it makes you feel more comfortable, Mr. Radog himself, while a member of the oligarchy in a ways, he is not really the theocratic type. He's more of a entrepreneur. He owns a series of resorts in Samud, where he actually spends most of his time. Though I have been to his main estate in Svarga, which is very nice, and I question from time to time why he does not spend as much time there.
What's Faga like? I've heard of the city.
Oh,
Offhanded.
beautiful place, if you can find the right places to be. I would say that the only places that really compare are maybe Gwyngram, which is the gnomish capital to the north of the Eastlands. But I think even they don't really hold a candle to some of the technological marvels that you see in Svarga. A working sewer system, irrigation, free access to water inside Svarga too. Very rare that happens.
A long-standing irrigation system would suggest the water's been there for ages.
Correct.
Very interesting.
Svarga is closer to where the coastline begins, next to the Sadaba forest, and in between a series of mountain ranges.
A delta city.
Yes. Maybe if you guys maybe at some time in the future you guys might get to visit Svarga. It can be a nice place if you know the nice people, and Mr. Radog is certainly among the kind of people you would consider nice people.
Just nods.
Right, well, I've got a couple questions.
Alright.
So the mercenaries sent ahead of us, they have any particular leader or name that we should be looking out for to get in contact with them when we're there?
Oh, I don't know the name of their group. Mr. Radog, unfortunately, didn't really tell me that. But I do know the leader of their mercenary group. His name is Fang, a lizard folk. Just like Vefnet here. Vefnet kind of sneers at that. Oh, hush now. I'm not comparing you to him. Vefnet, you are in much better shape than him, which is... Just to be nice to Mr. Fang, he is a very capable mercenary, but he does look more like a gourmand than he does a mercenary, in my personal opinion.
A work nickname, as it were.
Yes.
Right. And the dangers mentioned there, are we to be expecting anything specific?
I've not been told anything more than the local bandits and any of the other local menaces. Goblins, sand sharks, sand howlers, maybe a ill-tempered ill cuckoo. And if you're being too hasty and not taking proper rest and shelter at night, maybe a few night stalkers, or if you're very unlucky, a moonlight prowler.
Pip nods a bit and kind of glances over to guys. Right, I'll expect that. I'll just pretend that I know what that is, and I'm assuming that the rest of the group knows what those are.
You never encountered a moonlight howler. Awful creature. Byproduct of the Civil War. They're considered natural amongst the species now. With your ranger friend here, she's probably a little bit aware of such things. They're almost naturally flourishing in the desert, but they weren't always there. They only really started taking off about 30 years ago when they kind of got released from the control of he who shall not be named in this area and started populating the deserts. Not sure. Sorry. No, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Standard invasive species due to wartime efforts, then.
Correct, though in this case more like a crafted species. Their origins lie in exposure to the demon ichor, not unlike the Night Stalkers. Though, quite fortunately, they are not demons, which makes them a slight bit easier to kill.
Slightly less durable, I'd imagine, then.
Yes, but still quite the insane creatures. Unnatural aggression they have, and a unnatural hunger to match.
And I understand that we're supposed to be looking for relics, of course. Anything in particular we should be keeping an eye out for, or is it just what we find?
I see we're moving this along rather fast, so I'll skip the formalities here.
Apologies, you did ask for my questions, and those are the ones I got.
Of course. I didn't realize we were going to get into it so fast, in which case I'd probably be better off just letting you make a better use of your time than spending it here with me when you could be traveling in the desert.
He taps on his head with like a tink kind of sound. Sorry, one-track mind sometimes.
The virtues of being a construct. A very finely crafted construct, I must say.
Leans back some more in his seat, looking about as smug as he can for someone with no lips or eyelids.
Well, your letter did explain most of the details that you need to know. There are ruins to be explored and treasures to be retrieved. The ruins are nestled within a cliff face about 7 days west of here, by foot, close to Pavitir Rock, but not so close that you should be in danger of being attacked by the Ten Kali or the Three Kreen, or at least I certainly hope so. Any of the other local dangers, such as the ones I previously mentioned, might still be present, but I imagine that you're all strong enough to be able to handle yourself, or at least that's certainly the hope. I would hope Mr. Radag is not hiring people just to go to their deaths, he says with a smile.
Ideally, yes.
Well, I do hate to disappoint you on something, but I'm not really here to give you directions either. But I have been instructed to give you, as he starts ruffling through his stuff, this. He reaches as he presents an odd-looking black compass with indecipherable runes on it, and a needle made of crystal. That, well, if you compare it to a regular compass, I'll give you a little bit more information. But yeah, a needle made of crystal that is currently pointing in a direction. As he continues, Mr. Radag didn't trust to send this via package and said I have to deliver this by hand, and that this will guide you to the ruins. More details. Fang Cragmore, the leader of the mercenary group, he won't let you down into the ruins, and, well, his instructions have been to explicitly kill anyone unless you hand him this. He says as he reaches in, handing over a paper, and you give him this password. I would write this down if you have a pen and paper on you. If you would.
The guy immediately pulls one out.
All right. Hot sand and hotter days beget treasure and a massive pay. You got that?
Hot sand and hotter days beget treasure and a massive pay.
Wonderful. All right. Well, the bandits in the area have been tricky, so it's just an added security measure to make sure that, they don't go down there trying to pilfer anything before you guys have a chance to look at it.
I do have a couple more questions. Just idle curiosities, I suppose it is. The letter mentioned that these were recently uncovered and they don't match anything uncovered in the past. Is there anything distinct about them?
If I had to say anything, it's almost... the way Mr. Radog described it, almost alien. Not like... how do I put this? Humanoid. One of the statues was described as humanoid, but with 4 arms. Nothing I've seen before. No race that I can think of offhand that matches that description, and most of the rooms don't match anything close to writing that we have on hand. Not Tabaxi or ancient Tabaxi, not human or any of the ancient human linguistics, not any of the known languages of Loxodon, or any of the other things. It didn't even match Goblin. And the script was given to people who are well versed in both Infernal and Abyssal. Not a match there either. And myself, I'm a scholar who understands Draconic, and hell, I couldn't decipher it.
Guys kind of scratches his chin, thinking back to something that came up the other day. Four limbs. Were they insectoid? Or any similarity there?
Not sure. Keep in mind, this is coming secondhand from someone who probably told someone who told Mr. Radog, who then told me. So,
tertiary sources, of course.
Yeah. I don't want to mislead you too much. It might be better if you see it in person, mind you.
Might not be the species too. Could be the gods or something. Sometimes they got more arms, right?
And that is what I'm hoping that you will be able to find out.
The only other question is, was this recovered from the location then? Motion to the compass.
I don't actually know too much about the compass myself. Mr. Dog, as a matter of fact, has more information about the compass even. Mr. Dog is actually hoping to retrieve a specific item, which he has neglected to tell me what it is. You'll be looking for it in the ruins, and he hasn't been too strict about what you can bring back or what you should be able to retrieve, but the specific item, he says, is what he wants. The compass that you have there should lead you to it.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. I'm curious myself. I trust Mr. Radog, mind you, but I don't know where he got the compass or how he knows it will lead to what it says or what he's looking for, but he is more well versed in magic than myself, so I put my trust in him. Plus, he also signs my paychecks.
Of course. Well, at the very least, I'm sure that we'll keep in touch with you after this is all over.
Oh, yes, of course. I actually have the sending spell, if you are aware of what that spell does. As you guys are having this conversation, you can hear some murmurs coming from outside. I just want to meet them is all. But no, this is supposed to be a private meeting, sir. You can't do that. I just want to meet them! Poof! As the door gets slammed open. Immediately, of course, Bethnet, Eric, and Aura all draw their weapons.
Guys just looks around.
Yep, ink is flared.
I need to get back to where I was.
Pip has picked up his chair again.
Geis has looked around, but he's taken his glasses off, but hasn't had the helmet come down. It's just like, what?
And what of Shush?
Shush is wielding his chair like a shield instead of his actual shield.
All right. As the door is slammed open, you see a large, older Loxodon wearing small spectacles, a fez hat, and fancy red silken tunic, who steps in with a disgruntled mitten, who has got his arms wrapped around his waist. And you see another, a tiefling that you had not seen before, who's also got his arms wrapped around him, trying to pull this man back. As the Loxodon looks at the kind of hostility room, he's like, "Oh, no, I was not here to get stabbed. I'm just here to congratulate you all. Hello, I am Mayor Alvarugis," he says with a smile.
Yes.
Shush slowly puts the chair down.
Gaius just casually polishes his glasses and puts them back on. Hello.
Pip puts the chair down, but he's kind of like sitting on it backwards with his arms on the back of the chair now, looking at the Loxodon.
And you see Aura and Vefnet also very slowly put away their weapons as Eric quickly puts away his own. Eric turns to Mitten. I was under the impression that this was a private room. Oh, I am the mayor. I can go wherever I please. That is not...
Just
He has your point, you know.
rubbing his cheek, like...
Well, Mr. Dog paid for this private room. Mitten apologizes, kind of bows. I'm sorry, I don't have control over this man. He just does whatever he pleases. Right. Anyway, I want to thank the heroes who very valiantly destroyed the drug den that was causing problems in my town. But it looks like you are just the slightest bit busy. So I'll meet with you in just a little bit. Eric just kind of shakes his head and he's like, oh my god. And he's like, so, Mr. You said Mayor. Mayor Arvalgis, I'm here trying to have a private party to give these people a job. Oh yes, the ones that these adventurers who are going to go out to the desert. How do you know that? Oh, the sailors that run your sandboats talk to my guards, and my guards tell me what they have to say so that I can keep Iduna safe. That's a little concerning.
That cheek rubbing is now a temple rub.
Mittens, if you would, Mittens, if you would, can you prepare a dish for me and all these wonderful people here? They already ate. I'm not asking you a question. I'm making a statement. Oh my god. Shamash, take me. What would you like? Oh, I'll decide later.
At this point, just Gaius looks directly at Min, just like, I'm sorry.
I understand, sir. I'll get a table clean and ready for you. As he slowly walks away. Right. Anyway, I think I've finished with all the business I can here. I'll leave you to this. I have some people I need to go have a word with.
Understandably.
He reaches into his robe once again as he pulls out a scroll of sending, making sure to hand it to Gaius. As he says, once you retrieve the item, your instructions are to contact me for where we will be meeting next, which will be decided by Mr. Redog. Could be here, Retbun, and I certainly hope not for your sake, Samuga. You see Vefnut and Aura stand up as he gives a bow to you all. He's like, I'm going to go take a walk around town because that would help me feel a little bit better. And the tiefling who is still staying there, can you tell Mr. Mitten that I am very sorry? I was a little harsh with him and that was not his fault. The tiefling gives a nod as Vefnet, Aura, and Eric all clear out of the room. As Mayor Alvargi says, alright, well now that the stiffs have left, let's all go upstairs and have a nice, calm word with one another. How does that sound?
Sounds
I
good,
didn't
sir.
I didn't get to play darts.
Oh, would you like... I'm sure Mittens has a dartboard upstairs that we can play. I'm not good at darts myself, so maybe don't stand in front of my bath.
Right.
Shush makes the noise of a dart hitting a dartboard.
All right.
Pip will at least try to throw a dart to show he's better than Shush.
All right. roll me. Just roll me.
All you have to do is literally hit the board.
And I can just roll my darts. There we go.
Yep, and yep. You don't hit dead bullseye, but you hit as close as you can. Like I forget what the little name of the outer ring just around it is called.
It's like a triple ring or something.
Yeah.
No, the triple rings are the ones like in the middle. Shush makes the noise that Pip made when he tapped his head.
All right, and you guys head back upstairs, and as you guys kind of come upstairs, you notice that a lot of the guards have kind of cleared out. Well, not the guards, my bad. The patrons that have been in there have cleared out. Logical conclusions can be made if you need to roll to kind of figure it out.
No.
Okay.
I get it.
I don't know why you rolled a wisdom save.
But you got a 20.
To figure it out.
Oh. It is likely that the mayor had them cleared out.
Golly.
All right. So, the mayor takes a seat on a table that has been freshly cleaned, as now having the party to himself. He's like, all right, allow me to introduce myself. I am May Alvarez. I am the person in charge here in Naduna as dictated by the matriarchy. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Sorry. Yeah. Know what? I'm not changing that. That sounds right.
With his
This
level of
seat is
consideration.
perfect for me. I do not know why the other seats exist.
Those are footrests.
All right. So, I heard from my guards that you are the ones who saw the whole drugged-in situation thing, and I cannot thank you enough for having done so. The last thing I want is for my town, my beautiful town, to become one of those towns.
Yes,
When he says those towns, by the way, I just want an insight check from everybody else.
Yep. I was gonna say. 20. Soft 20.
Alright. Pip's got a pass. That's a pass from Callie as well. And for Shush.
Oof.
Just over Shush's head. So for Callie and Pip, it's almost right that you two notice it. You notice that he seems to like talk away from Pip, almost like Pip is just kind of a thing, not a person, but a thing. And he purposely avoids talking towards Callie.
That's why I had her being an ass. I just had a feeling.
The feeling was correct.
Which sort of leads into the statement that Gaius was going to make, because he kind of presumed this. Yes, well, unsavory drug addicts should probably be not the selling point of the city, you know?
Absolutely. Our inclusive nature and us being, the last place in the desert where you can, before you go into the Jamon Desert, that you can get water at, that's what we should be known for. I'm trying to expand the village, my son, he actually owns the boat that goes out into the village and helps with the mines. Very good. I'm very proud of my son. I'm expecting him one day to take my mantle for me.
Yes, very inclusive.
Yes, very, very much so. Mittens, if you would. I would like, can I get the same thing I got last time? And also one for all of them. I will get you what you had last time. Thank you! Anyway, I've been running my village here for, I'd say around 50 years now I've been in charge. It's very fun. It can be a little bit stressful, how it goes, but, that's how it... Just so you guys are clear, this man is an old windbag. He will continue to rant.
The mantle weighs heavy, yes.
Right. The mantle weighs heavy. I should probably before Mittens comes back with my food and I get distracted, I enjoy a good meal. I've actually traveled all around. I've traveled all around of Desminia in order to enjoy good meals. I've been to Central. Oh, the meals in Central, so good.
You wanted to say something before he comes back?
Oh, yes. Right. Thank you for getting me back on track. Because of your good deeds, I have decided to give you a reward. I already heard that the guards paid you, but I assure you, this is no monetary reward. I heard that you guys will be traveling out from the desert. As I already explained to Mr. Eric, the sailors on the boat talk to my guards talk to me. I know what's going on. So, I decided to be as helpful as I can be. I have arranged for a sandboat to take you out to where you need to go.
Oh, much appreciated.
Right? It's the beginning of the wet season, which is when the sand... Oh, I got applause. I do not used to that. It's
coming from his mouth. And Pip points at the open mouth of Shush.
Shush opens his mouth and just kind of points inside.
Oh, you're one of those those are the things, the little blackbirds. Oh, I am so forgetful. I am very forgetful. Very uncharacteristic of a Loxodon.
What is this about wet season?
Oh, yes, it's the start of the wet season, which is when the sand sharks start coming out of their hibernation. So, they're going to be looking for meals. And I think it would be just a slightest bit dangerous for you to be walking across the sand during the daytimes. Not that it's much more safe during the night times.
Precaution taken all around, yes.
Of course. As he just said that to you, the tiefling from earlier, who was helping to kind of try and pull him out, I'll give a little bit of his look. Dark-skinned tiefling, yellowish eyes. The mayor kind of just briefly glances as the tiefling puts his food in front of him, which is the same curried eggs that you guys had. As he's like, "Oh, thank you, Sharat. That was very nice of you." You're welcome. As he just scoffs and walks away. Oh, always so rude, that one. Don't know why he does not like me. I've been nothing but kind to him and Mittens.
Callie turns to Pip and just tilts her head, really?
Pip visibly shrugs, like a big exaggerated shrug.
Gaius is just visibly just smiling and keeping his mouth shut.
Right.
Mitten.
Yes, I know. Mittens.
Shush scratches his head.
Right. Mittens should probably be here with my glass of lassi soon. In the meantime, I need to make these curried eggs taste just a little bit better. He says he reaches into his tunic as he pulls out what looks like a jar of some kind of brown paste. I'm trying to think about what check. A nature check. Nature check, DC is 10. Advantage for Gaius because it technically does come from Central. Hey, there we go. Fucking Pip knows exactly. I know what that is. I know exactly what that is because I hate it.
Robot grease.
Wow. Okay, yeah, no, you guys all recognize what this is. This is a jar of peanut butter.
Of course the elephant has peanuts.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, all right. So you see Mittens coming with his glass of Mitten. Thank you for correcting me. You see Mitten coming with his glass of lassi, as you see Mayor Alvargis dip a huge glob of peanut butter and smack it on top of his curried eggs. As you see Mitten's face just visibly scrunch up in hatred.
Gaius actually looks kind of visibly pained for a moment.
As per usual, he says as Mitten puts down the glass of lassi, your culinary taste is very unique.
Distinct?
Yes.
Distinct.
Oh, I know. I have such a great palate. Your palate makes my ancestors cry. As Altmayer throws his head back and laughs. Oh, Mittens, you are always such a joker with that. Enjoy your meal, Mayor Alvarez. If you need anything, just let me know, and I will do my best. Of course, my appreciation for you is great, Mittens. As he scurries off. You see him just like... You know, peanut butter makes everything taste better. You put it in your lassi. He says he puts a spoonful in his lassi and stirs it up. Tastes delicious. You put it on your curried eggs, it tastes delicious. You put it on your hummus and naan, it tastes delicious. Really, peanut butter is the gift from the gods. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Gaius?
He considers. I haven't tried some of those, but I have tried it on plantains.
Plantains. My exquisite palate, unfortunately, is not familiar with plantains. This must come from the Southlands, because I've not really spent a lot of time there. No, I did travel there when I was a young lad.
You may know them by the other name of their derivative species, bananas.
Ah, bananas! I love bananas!
Yes, those. They're a good combination.
Bananas and peanut butter. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, no, I'd eat that on some naan. Maybe put a little bit of chili pepper on it.
Toast the naan first, and then put the peanut butter on it.
Right, that. Maybe add some chili jam. I think I have some chili jam there.
I put my leg down from chair.
Yeah. God damn it, I actually did put my leg down from chair.
Why does Jamie Oliver always use chili jam?
Anyway. So,
Right?
this
Right. The boat. The name of the ship is called the Desert Kiss. The captain's name is Prakat Janavar. The son of a man whom I was very close friends with during my travels in the Southlands, as I was telling you about a little bit earlier. He's agreed to take you out to your destination, though he's not going to stay for the entire time you're there. He's just taking you out and he's coming back. That's what I was able to get him to agree to.
Just nodding slightly. Is there a time that we have to depart, or do we have some time to peruse?
Oh no, I told him you will be meeting with him sometime today. It's whenever you guys go to. As a matter of fact, I actually encourage you to go out into my village here and to pick up any last minute supplies that you need. I am certain that the people here will enjoy the business. He says with a smile.
Do adventures stimulate your economy a lot?
Adventurers, travelers, sailors, they're a huge boon onto our economy.
Being a last bastion has its advantages.
It sure does, he says, giving a wink. Oh, and one other thing. Me personally, as a part of the good weir that you've shown, and showing that you could be upstanding and great citizens, if you want to pay the fair price of 1,000 gold, you are more than welcome to buy a home here.
Perhaps at some other time. It would be nice to have a place out in the area that I tend to research, but at the moment I am not that affluent.
Of course. Mittens, can I get and you hear a sigh come from the back room. If you need to, you can leave me here. I'm going to catch up with my good buddy Mittens.
Of course. Have a good day, sir. And
Of
it just
course.
it gets up, walks past Mittens, and just goes, "I'm so sorry."
My appreciation for you is very great. And he gets up and also leaves.
Callie just walks out. She didn't even sit down that whole time. She just walks out.
And what about Pip?
Cheers, and then he leaves.
All right.
Did that coat rat talk?
Yeah.
Oh, that contract is moved. What the hell?
Oh, so shiny. I can see my reflection.
All right. So you guys have just stepped out of the last sand. Where would you guys like to go next?
Guys just rubs his face with both hands. Okay. It's like some professors I know. Okay. The Marcus. Right.
I liked him.
Just looks to Shush. Did you really?
Maybe.
Oop.
It was funny.
That I agree with. Up to a point. It just, as it continues on, just mutters under his breath, chili jam and peanut butter.
Funny, weird, I guess.
Oh, bananas! I love bananas!
He is fucking bananas. Anyways, we need water. And she's just going to kind of try to figure out where she might be able to go for that. And there's only one place, isn't there? Two.
Well, at least we're
one
on
is the
friendly terms
temple.
with them.
And the other is where you just came from.
Yeah, he's a little busy. All right. Well, we need to get water, but what else does everyone need? Sounds like we're not going to have a fun time.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff I need, though. Question is if the place will have it or not.
Yes. I could use a new bedroll and tents. I unfortunately forgot to pack mine. Somehow. Just kind of glances over at Pip. I still don't know what happened to it.
Well, don't look at me.
I have a question about what wet season is exactly. Like, does Kali know anything particular about being able to gather rainwater?
All right, this sounds like a nature check is needed. So I would, I should have had you guys do it when I said it, when I had Mayor Valdergeese say it. But everyone is allowed to roll me a nature check to know exactly what wet season is.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Of course, the ranger.
I got that 23 earlier, damn it. I fucking knew what peanut butter was, but I don't know what wet season
Peanut
is.
butter, I got that. That for Pip that makes perfect fucking sense.
Deserts get wet.
Shush, that's a pass. Guys, would you like to try at it, or are you just gonna save your 20s?
Sure, might as well try it. What was it again?
This is a nature check just to see if you kind of recognize what the wet season is in the desert.
I mean, I
Yeah,
am
it
an
was-
Eastlands researcher, so...
Yep. So of course you know you and Shush both are aware. The desert for about half the year enters the quote unquote wet season. During the wet season, there actually is some precipitation that happens. Occasionally, you will get rain in the desert, which is a very rare thing indeed. Does that mean it's any easier to harvest water? It can be. However, you have to find places where the water is pooling and not just immediately seeping down into the sand. There is a lot more life that is active during the wet season, such as, the sand sharks waking up from their hibernation, as was stated by Mayor Valdergeese. But the wet season is the time in the desert where things come to life. And that's it.
The wet season is the rare part of the year where the life blooms in the deserts. Animals come out of hibernation, plants bloom, and water pools.
Guys just groans. Oh my god, did you get lectured by the same man, or does more than one person actually sound like that?
What's that about water pooling? Do you think we could... do you think we could make a device to gather it?
A bucket.
Water is very hard to...
you're more likely to end up in the belly of a sand shark than to get actual water.
So we gotta prepare well.
I guess we could try for a bucket.
Just go to church, young lady!
Have friends
Okay.
there.
I have an
No.
I have an El Cuckoo with 2 barrels on it. It has some water, but not sure how good it is for catching rainwater.
That's fair.
I mean, if all else fails, it's probably good to have something
For storage at the
for
very least.
shade or storage.
Yeah.
There will. I doubt there is much as far as trees go in the desert. Even in wet season, as she puts in quotes. In the meantime, we could go to. She like grits her teeth. The Temple of Shemesh. Or just see what we can find in the shops.
Well, personally, I need a whole bunch of tools. I've got the gold for them now, so I can get them.
And I need some basic supplies, so...
All right, sounds like to the market area you guys go. Are you going to take a back route to get to the market, or are you just going to walk there the 10 minutes that it takes, or would you like to shave 5 minutes by taking some back routes?
I'm fine walking. I still need to get this chili jam out of my system.
Kelly has her hood on still.
Yeah.
Her cloak on, but she's looking at Pip, waiting to see if he's going to
he's
lead
he's
everyone
gonna.
to a back way.
He's trying. He's on his looking for it. If he can be stopped, though.
Guys, are you going
Follow
to talk?
Pip.
Just glance over at Pip. Do we need to sneak this time?
Well, one of the things I need to buy are not exactly something that you sell at the normal store. So,
Fine.
might be in the back, might not.
All right.
I'll take
Let-
any route that doesn't deal with fucking people.
That's a more fair reason.
And what business do you have with the brothel?
All right, and you guys
What?
are
Not,
good.
not that kind of purchase. Shush.
So you guys are good, and you guys make it to the marketplace where.
Wait, why do you know that? Shush. Wait a minute.
Shush isn't the goodest bird you thought he was. Anyway, you guys are in the market. You guys managed to make it to the market area without any hitch. I rolled on the encounter die. Nothing. Good.
Your own business, you old bitch!
Gaius isn't even touching his face at this point. He's just deadpanning as he's walking along.
All right. So some of the sausages. God damn it! I read the name
Some
of
of the sausages!
Wow.
Don't worry, I got you. Some of the shops you guys see are diamized clothes and sewn goods, Gorse knickknacks and accessories, Smoke Fingers mining goods and supplies, Thunder. I will go back through this and do it a little bit. I go through it a little bit slower because I.
Sorry, I'm still laughing. I need a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so
Okay.
you have diamized clothes and sewn goods, Gorse knickknacks and accessories, Smoke Fingers mining goods and supplies, Thunderhammer's blacksmith and iron goods, Galvanus's fletching and carved goods, Murg's poultry, Rhodey's baked goods, and Fondland's sausages and hard meats.
Okay, so you do have a reason for saying that other than
Yes!
the brothel. Okay.
Yes.
The fletchings and carvings, that would you imagine arrows or that?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Fletching and carved goods is arrows and wood-based products.
Alrighty.
All right, so where would you guys like to go purchase stuff first?
Hard meats, obviously.
God. Is everyone agreeing to that, or is that just you?
I was thinking of a general goods store.
Yeah, Callie has no reason.
No, I'm letting the joke ride.
All right.
He wants to ride the hard sausage.
I think most of the things I need to buy are in the iron goods.
All right. So if you're needing iron goods, you're going to be general goods is going to be gorse, knickknacks, and accessories. Iron goods would be smoke fingers or thunder hammers. And of course, anything that's wooden would be galvanized and fletching. And things like rations and such would be Fondland's sausages and hard meats or Merck's poultry or Rhodey's baked goods. So, sounds like we're going to start with gorse, knickknacks, and accessories, though. So,
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So, you guys head over to the little shop that's gorse, knickknacks, and accessories, where you see there is a half-orc manning the shop. He is dressed in a white tunic. White tunic. There's a little bit of a sweat stain on it. Clearly, he is not local to this region. Very dark green skin. As he's like, got your knickknacks and accessories here. Get Gorse knickknacks and accessories. You need something good for you? Gorse got it. Oh, customers! What can I get for yous?
Hello. Do you have any spare tents or bed sheets or not bed sheets?
Bedroll.
Bedrolls. Yeah.
I got both tents and bedrolls. Yeah. Which
How much are they
which,
run?
let's see. Tents and bedrolls. There we go. Let's see. A tent will run you about 2 gold pieces. A bedroll will roll you about 1 gold piece. Bedroll's a better deal, but tent will keep the scorpions out your bags.
Always go for precautions, and he hands over 2 gold.
2 gold it is, 1 tent. Anything else that old Gwarth can get us. And what I say, it's a fine days to see us all.
Are there things on display in this store?
Unfortunately, nothing really, valuable looking.
No. I'm not here to. I'm not gonna steal. I'm a good guy, even though I'm a thief. I'm here. The reason I'm asking is because it's while Gaius is talking to him, Pip is going to try at least see if this guy has some of the things he wants before he starts asking for really weird stuff as a construct, like
well,
okay,
you see some. You see an
it is not
hourglass?
pasting correctly. But basically, I'm looking for. Oh, damn it! It won't paste.
That's okay.
I'm having problems.
I'll start listing off things that you can see in the shop though while you're trying to figure that out. You see an hourglass, you see some jugs, you see a couple of different kinds of lanterns hanging around, a magnifying glass, a lock.
There we go. This is the stuff I want to buy, and I'm trying to see if he has anything like that. I suspect he might have the hunting trap because there was a tent sold, maybe. But obviously, it's strange for a construct to be like, "Oh, you got 20 caltrops." Like that's.
Surprisingly, he does have the
That's a bad
oil.
contrast.
He has the oil and the hunting trap, as well as the grappling hook,
Okay.
Rope?
and he does have rope.
I need rope.
All
I
right.
just realized I didn't have any.
All right, so for
Oh,
rope.
I do.
Rope is going to be 1 gold piece if you want hempen, or 10 gold pieces if you want. You just found it in your inventory. Okay, good.
I did, sorry.
Oh no! All right,
I
so
forgot it was under hempen over.
Pip, you do in fact see a hunting trap kind of hanging from the rafter, a grappling hook with some rope already tied to it, and a couple of barrels which are filled with what has to be oil.
Okay. Then
Actually makes sense.
Pip will kind of go up to Gaius and whisper to him what he needs, because he's probably not going to buy it himself because he's a construct here.
He perks up. Thank you for the reminder. I also need 1 hunting trap, 10 flasks of oil and a grappling hook.
10 flasks of oil, that'll be 1 gold piece. 1 hunting trap, that will be 5 gold pieces. And for the grappling hook, let's see, that'll be 2 gold pieces. How's that sound?
Here's the money you told me to hold on to, sir. And then Pip hands Gaius the gold for those items.
Pip, roll me an insight as the orc is watching you.
Oh,
Technically
okay.
half orc, my bad. As he's looking, he seems confused about why you're doing this.
Pip, okay, noticing how he's confused, Pip just slumps over. Okay, look, the last 3 or 4 people have looked at me like I'm a bunch of furniture. I'll buy them. I'm buying them. They're for me.
Alrighty, no problem. Mitten was the one who told me to come to this town, and he told me to treat people right, because people ain't treated me right in the past. So I was wondering if you were in some situation where you weren't being treated right, and I was about to have to charge your friend there a bit extra for being an asshole fee.
Gaius sighs, just rubbing his temples. I hate acting. I'm not very good at it.
I'm just trying not to rock the boat of this town. I'm not really offended by it.
There are very few people in this town who are like that. Maybe the mayor and a couple of the guards, but most of us folks here are pretty kind and accepting.
You just kind of nod slightly at the mayor. Yeah.
We love our mayor. He runs the town good, and I love his son a lot more. His son, great guy, treats everybody with respect. Clearly learned a lesson that the mayor hasn't yet.
Well, some people don't.
But you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me.
I didn't hear anything.
Good.
Kelly just smiles.
Right. Do you know where I could get a couple other things? I'm looking for some flour, a net or 2, ball bearings, manacles, a whip, caltrops. I know that's a weird thing to ask.
For the worst part is, let's see, for the flour, you're gonna go to Rhodey's Baked Goods. I'm sure that she'll sell you a couple of sacks of flour, no problem. For the net and the whip, I know it's gonna sound strange. Go to Fondlin's Sausages and Hard Meats.
Oh.
Right. Shush, you can do the talking there, I think.
And for your ball bearings, manacles, and caltrops, you're gonna go to... Personally, I recommend Thunderhammer. That's who I bought this. He gives me the hunting traps that I normally sell. And in exchange, I give him some oil. Works out. Squizzies. He says, doing a thing with his hands, he's like, oh, you won't understand that.
Makes sense to me. Guys actually will examine the hunting trap very briefly to see how well it's made, given Tinkerer.
Oh, yeah, no. Roll me with your Tinkerer's tools.
Alright. Would I infer from that the grappling hook's probably best gotten over there, or...
Oh, you could get a grappling hook. You could have got a grappling hook here.
That's...
Yeah. But yeah, you can get another... Yeah, but you can infer that you can get one at Thunderhammer's.
I just meant, would I get a better deal?
Probably not. It's gonna probably be the same price. Just a hint. All right. Examining this with your Tinkerer's tool, kind of taking your glasses and examining it closely, you're like, it's not like, the best quality hunting trap you've ever seen, but it'll do. It'll definitely snap up any animal that gets caught in it, and it'll definitely cause it some pain. And it's not going to be removed too easily either.
Decent to good quality, not excellent.
Yes.
All right.
I will.
Pretty decent.
Do you want me to roleplay that?
Yeah, sure.
Just nod slightly. Looks like that's good luck.
I'll take a grappling hook.
All right, 1 grappling hook for the young lady, he says as he pulls out another grappling hook from underneath the counter. That'll be 2 gold pieces.
And she slides it over.
Thank you very much. Can Gworth help you with anything else?
No, thank you.
No. What about the rest
Much
of you?
appreciated.
Much appreciated. All right. Well, pleasure doing business with you. I hope to see you all again. Hopefully in one piece.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping. Be careful if you're going out into the desert. Them bandits out there, they don't play.
kind of perks up slightly. Bandit activity picking up then?
It's been pretty bad. About the past 2 or 3 months, I think actually 3. Yeah, 3's more accurate. About the past 3 months, they've been up on some shit.
Well, maybe the change of the seasons will dissuade them.
I certainly hope so. Sand sharks are a threat to everybody, bandits included, right?
Yeah. At the very least, I hope they have enough sense to fight those instead of each other during an attack.
Roll me a persuasion check. Oh, you.
I have a question.
Oh.
What does it look like or sound like when the sharks come for you?
You know what? I'm actually going to use Gaius' persuasion for that one. Because, yeah, he was going to give you advice if you guys rolled good on the persuasion. It was a DC 10. Gaius passed. So, good job, Bio.
I'm trained.
The signs you need to be looking out for. Sand sharks are more active during the daytime. You'll hear a rumbling sound before you see them, and then you'll see a fin coming towards you. If you can, get on top of something. They're big, but they're not the most powerful climber. Their legs are a bit too stubby for that. Though, some of them can dig through stones, so I'll be careful about that. The adult ones.
Just nod slightly. I've heard about similar things that hunt in the sand. Is walking without a specific rhythm beneficial?
Yeah, no, if you're traveling by sandbelt, you're pretty much set.
But just on the empty sand, try not to get a lockstep. Then.
Right, and keep an eye out around you. You gotta got a good 100 feet before you get spotted by a sand shark, and if you manage to do that, oh yeah, also, if you've got any meats, breads, or sweets on you, make sure they're tied up nice and tight and sealed away. Sand shark's got a wicked good sense of smell.
Understood. Thank you for the advice, sir.
Of course. And pleasure doing business with you. Hopefully do business with you again in the future, right?
Nods and heads out.
Oh, and if you need water, stop by the Temple of Shemesh. The priestess there, jeez, I'm forgetting the name. Bria. She's a very nice lady. She'll get you water.
She certainly is.
Kelly would actually slide 2 copper his way on the way out.
He passes 1 copper of that back. He's like, I accept generosity, but not too much generosity.
She flicks it into the air and just puts it right back in. But, you know.
Alrighty. I believe the next place you guys want to be heading is your choice. Fondland Sausages and Hard Meats, or Thunderhammer's Blacksmith and Iron Goods, or Rhodey's Baked Goods.
I think it's time to get Shush an opportunity to talk to the sausage place.
God! Well, let me get a sip of water.
Oh boy.
Oh, I wonder what the voice for the sausage is going to be.
You pretty much got it. Alright.
I hear him practice it every day.
So, you walk over to Fondland Sausages and Hard Meats, where you see there is in fact a small goblin manning the stand. And he's like, hey there folks. How can Fondlandy Sausage help you?
Shush just kind of looks and is like, that's your name?
Fondlandy Sausage, that's my name. You can also call me Mr. Sausage, but I don't particularly like going by that. There are some people who just call me Len.
Len!
Yep, Len is just fine with me. A lot of goblins go by Len, though. So gotta be careful about that one. So what can I help you with? Are you here to buy some sausage, sir?
What did we want from here?
You can get. You can actually get whips and nets from here.
Yeah, Pip was gonna get 2 nets and a
Alright.
whip.
You can also buy rations here.
Oh yeah, I think that was the obvious part.
I needs me a whip.
All right, one.
But he holds up the number 2.
Oh, all right. 2 whips it is. All right. I make my whips from the local rattlesnake, so they're actually made out of rattlesnake skin. I hope you don't mind that.
Don't mind that.
Alrighty. That was a very strange thing to do, but I assume that it's because you're a bird.
Pip will lean like all the way down to Shush's level and kind of be like, "Oh, you get 1 for you then, or why are you getting 2?"
He just makes the whip crack noise.
Alright, well these fine whips here will run you 2 gold pieces each. It'll take me a little bit of while to make some more whips. But here you go. If you have the gold, then I have your whips.
I give 1 gold. And then Pip has the other one, I think.
No, the
No,
2
no,
each.
forget one
aren't
of the
they?
whip.
It's 2 gold pieces.
Oh, the
each,
2
mister.
2 each. Oh, okay. My bad. What was that?
I
Okay.
may be a goblin,
Yeah,
but I can still count.
No, that was me fucking up.
Yeah, Pip.
I think that Shush actually has that on hand. Just now that was me fucking up.
Pip, of course, pays for his whip.
Alright, that's 2 gold pieces and 2 gold pieces. What else can can I, Fondlin D Goblin, D Sausage get you?
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry.
Why are you fondling the sausage goblin?
Pip will nudge Shush because he needs to get him to talk more to this horrible store.
Gaius actually will speak up at this point. It could also use 2 nets.
Alright, 2 nets it is. I weave these from the horse tails that are left over from when I make horse sausage.
How is the horse sausage?
Oh, I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
Not bad.
Right? The only
Right.
sausage I don't suggest is the water sausage. People love the water sausage for some reason. I hate it.
Just kind of pauses. I think I've seen children using those as toys.
Those evil bastards.
They do just make a mess, but yeah.
Yeah, it just makes a mess. That's the biggest problem with it. That, and why would you want a water sausage? I have all this wonderful sausage. I have camel sausage, I have horse sausage, and I have pork sausage, lamb sausage, all these amazing sausages. Water sausage. Give me the water sausage. Anyway, the whips. Oh, no, the nuts. The nuts.
The nuts!
The nuts will run you 1 gold piece each.
Right, here you go. And he passes the 2 gold onto the counter.
Alright. Alright, can I interest you fine folks in some sausage?
1 pork sausage, actually.
1 pork sausage, alrighty. Pretty much just add 1 ration to your inventory. 5 silver pieces. It's pretty much 5 silver pieces per sausage.
Alright.
Alright, 1 pork sausage. Can I get you fine folks anything else? I also got the mystery meat sausage if you're feeling daring. Also, due to the fact that there was a rat influx recently, we had a huge influx of rat meat come in, so I have rat meat sausage.
Personally, I've had enough rats for 1 week.
Alright, I think I also have some Il Cuckoo sausage somewhere around here, too. He says he reaches into the thing. Il Cuckoo?
Shush leaves.
All right, it looks like he does not want any sausage. Everyone here is done with sausage then?
Thank you for preparing lunch. As he gives a small nod and heads out.
Yep, gone.
All
Cheers.
righty. And you guys are off.
In the street, it's like, wow.
All right.
That was a bit
Josh, I
much,
thought you
eh?
were good with those places.
All right. 2 places left to go, right? Rhodey's Baked Goods. All right. You guys, we'll go with Rhodey's Baked Goods. We'll save the Smith for last. Give my throat a little bit of time to rest, if we could.
What, you don't want to switch from sausage to dwarf?
Exactly. All right. You guys head over to Rhodey's Baked Goods, where you can smell the distinct thing of baking bread, naan, and other such local specialties. As the human woman turns around, oh, how can I help you?
Yes, hello.
I'd like to buy 5 bags of flour.
She raises an eyebrow. 5 bags of flour.
That's right.
I'm not here to judge. As far as I'm aware, you might use it to get the. No, that does not make sense either. That's whatever. It's not my business. She says as she turns around, just picks up 5 bags of flour. All right, that's 5 bags of flour. I believe that comes up to. I think that's in specifically underneath something else. Yeah, it's under trade goods. That's 2 copper pieces each, so that is going to be 1 silver piece.
And he hands it over.
All right. Can I get you anything else? Some fresh naan. I do have some samosas that I just made as well. 1 copper piece for those.
I'll take one of those, sure.
All right, 1 copper piece. So you trade a copper piece for a samosa. Unlike there's a significant difference between this one and Mittens in that Mittens uses like a potato and spice mixture, and you can tell that she uses lamb in hers. It's like, I apologize, I did not check. You're not a vegetarian, right?
No. Far from it.
Okay. I almost made a huge mistake.
Oh, don't worry. No offense would have been taken.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you have nothing else that you wish to purchase here, then I just wish you all a good day, and just tell everyone that they can get their fresh baked goods at Roti's if they so desire.
Have a good day, man.
Of course. And you guys now head over to
Just
Thunderhammers.
One quick thing on the way out.
Okay.
What's with the look, guys?
I don't know what she was insinuating.
What do you mean?
I just after the sausage shop, everything is kind of scrambled. I'm sorry.
Right.
Just eats the samosa.
All right. And you guys head over to Thunderhammer's Blacksmith and Iron Goods, where you see there is a rather squat, muscular dwarf. He's in work overalls, no shirt underneath that though, as he's hammering on something. Sees you guys coming, puts down the hammer and such, and says, "Sorry, throat still."
Must summon dwarf.
Welcome to Thunderhammer's Blacksmith and Iron Goods. How can I help you?
A couple things I need.
All right, what can I get you?
I need some caltrops, some ball bearings, and manacles. About 20 caltrops, probably 3 bags of ball bearings, and 2 sets of manacles.
All right. Caltrops will be 1 gold piece. The ball bearings, that will be, let's see, 3 bags of ball bearings, 1,000 per bag. That'll be 3 gold pieces for the ball bearings. And for the manacles, Don't know why you need 2 pairs of manacles. You ain't a slaver, are ya?
No,
He just shakes his head.
Good. We don't treat slavers too kindly around here. If you catch my drift. But 2 pairs of manacles
just in a scuffle, I'd rather
detain.
stop.
I see you're a non-violent type. I appreciate that. Alright, 2 pairs of manacles for 4 gold pieces.
All right, here you are. And he hands over the gold for all of that.
Alright, and if I hear that you got slavers, then I'll sit the guards on ya. He says with a cheeky smile.
Don't worry about that.
Alright, what can old Thunderhammer get you other than that? Have you looking for a new sword, a hammer, by any chance?
Actually, I hadn't considered that. I may be back later, but for now, that should be everything.
Shep shakes his head.
Fair enough. Be off with you then, he says, trying to shoo you guys away.
Exiting quickly, because I know to leave a dwarf to his work.
Alright. And right there is where we are going to take our first break. And let me get the slideshow up.
Someone needs throat coat.
A little bit, yeah. And let me get the music going as well. Unfortunately, it's been a bad allergy day, so I was struggling just a slight bit. I apologize for that.
With all this stuff, it's time for fast hands to get very interesting in combat.
Oh boy. Alright, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. But in the meantime, if you guys have any question or anything, just kind of think about it. I'll hopefully have answers for you.
Well, the SRD is disappointing me. The hunting trap does not automatically put the damage into your damage type thing.
I don't think it's meant to be used as an active weapon. It's like a passive thing, isn't it?
Well, you put it down, and then if they step in it, there's a DC 13 Dex throw, and if they fail, they take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving. And then they have to make a strength check to get out of it before they can move again.
Right, so it's not like you're not making an attack roll, and so
No,
it wouldn't have
I guess
damage thing.
Well, it should have the damage, right? Because it's the 1d4.
Yeah, but it's not like
cantrips that have a save still have they go into your roll 20 active weapon section, don't they? So you would think that it would do it, but I guess it's not. The roll 20 devs just want you to play a caster. That's just how it is. Anyway, I'll be right back.
that is correct.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, let me turn off this music.
Welcome back.
Okay. We're still waiting for UA?
I'm here.
All right. Sounds like it should be okay.
Did you do the overlay?
Oh, good call. Remove overlay. Yeah, probably don't want a slideshow running for the rest of the thing when there's going to be important things happening.
Ha ha ha.
Don't worry, you guys are perfectly safe. When have I ever made you guys don't answer that question?
What, 2 weeks ago?
Let me get out the file.
4 weeks ago, whatever. Last session.
Okay. And we are back, everybody. All right. You guys have just finished your little bit of your slight shopping trip and met some interesting characters. Where would you guys like to head to next if you guys aren't done completely shopping?
Well, I've got everything I want. Anything else? You need to eat, right? You got your food. You need your water.
Water is the remaining thing, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Although you mentioned a bucket before, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, in hindsight, I should probably go see if I can get a lamp from the mining goods store. Kind of dark in ruins and stuff, right?
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I got one.
A little.
Says the person with dark.
Yes, I have dark vision. I wasn't going to do the thing.
Dark vision.
Wait, what is a lamp? Okay, hang on. I'm looking at the. Now I'm looking at the actual.
Lantern.
You need to look for lantern.
No, a lantern's different.
Oh, right. Yes, they are
Uh,
different.
Oh,
A
it's-
lamp is what the genie comes out of.
Right,
Yeah.
but it says it casts light.
Well,
What does that
it's
even
like
look like? What does that even look like?
It's
Fuck.
like,
Tip is
well, the way that
when you light a cannon, there's when you light a lamp that out of that spigot that genie comes out of, there's like a little candlelight size fire,
Right.
and so it's just basically a fancy candle.
But it says bright light for 15 feet.
Really?
Unless it's a hooded lamp.
No, hooded
Well, no,
lantern is
that's
a
a
different
lantern.
thing. There's,
Yeah, and
I mean,
lantern's big.
that's about as much light as a torch, if I'm recalling. Yeah, no, it's actually less light than a torch. It's actually less than a torch. A torch is 20 foot.
Yeah, but
okay.
it's
A lamp
for
is only
just
15 because, yeah, that's essentially what it is. You're carrying a little lamp full of oil that has a little fire ignited from the spout, and it burns the oil that's inside the lamp as you walk forward, providing you illumination.
right. Okay. I'm just trying to think what can Pip feasibly carry on his person, and like 10 torches
a
probably.
lamp, yes. A lamp is definitely much easier.
Yeah, because like if he's carrying around 10 torches in his little cloak, it's probably not gonna work. So yeah,
Just
he's
make
gonna
a
buy.
fine addition to your collection.
He's gonna buy a lamp because
Alright.
a lantern is too much.
Yeah, simply because I'm trying to move things along, we'll just quickly say you got the lamp, 5 silver pieces.
Okay, got it.
I apologize for that. I'm just trying to move things.
No, it's fine. It's just I felt maybe I should bring it up because I'm like, oh yeah, I don't actually have dark vision, so I should get a light source. That's
The mythic
Yeah, I
dark
got-
vision.
Yeah, I don't have it either, but I have torches.
No one here has dark vision except for the tiefling. I'm just pointing that out right now. I like it. Alright, so are you guys gonna go get water next, or you guys feel like you are safe the way you currently are?
Should get water.
Definitely
I have a
water.
water skin.
Water skin's gone in a day.
Yeah.
Let me check.
And Goodberry does not do water, as we discussed.
Yep, Goodberry does not cover hydration. Let me just find how much it costs to fill a water skin again. Okay. Well, this is going to be one of those things that is solved by a Google search instead. So are you guys looking to buy a barrel of water or to buy... this is important. Do you want to buy a barrel of water or just a water skin full?
How heavy?
Buying a second water skin might be a good idea.
Let's see. I wanted to see how heavy it is.
The barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 70 pounds.
Oh
see.
god. Another thing Pip would have bought to actually light the lamp is a tinderbox. My bad. That's 5 silver. I'll just put that on
Yeah.
my.
No,
Yeah.
no problem. Let's see.
It's like, oh, I got the oil, I got the lamp. How do I light it? Well,
Okay, there we go. Man, people online are sometimes fucking just like a person asks a question, how much does water weigh per gallon? A person goes, well, why do you feel like you have to ask that question? I'm like, Jesus fuck, guys, chill.
How dare you?
How dare you ask the cost of water?
How dare you ask the weight?
That sounds very American.
But yeah, Gaius will probably buy a second water skin.
Yeah, I think a water skin and or a bucket.
Okay.
Try and
So everyone is aware of this. When you buy a water skin, double the cost. Yeah. Water valuable.
I have one already. I think 2 is safety.
Yeah, 2 is for safety, but you are a safe character, so.
And hey, if I buy a second water skin and I fill the other one, then
all right.
I can fill.
So yeah, no, I'm able to do this. So water costs 4 silver pieces a gallon.
And a water skin is.
Water skin is half a gallon.
A bucket holds.
So that'd be 2 silver. Then 1 gallon for 2 water skins would be 4 silver.
Yep.
So.
Sorry for those who are listening. This is the boring part of D&D that is necessary so that you don't die going on an adventure.
This is how you know it's a real game. We're doing this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's 4 silver pieces a gallon for water. Water skin holds half a gallon of water, so that'd be 2 silver pieces to fill a water skin.
Yep.
If you're gonna try to fill a bucket full of water, it's gonna cost you 12 silver pieces, or that would be 1 gold piece and 2 silver pieces.
I don't think there's a reasonable way to carry.
No, there really isn't. You need a barrel, most likely.
Yeah.
I believe a barrel holds 40 gallons of liquid.
I mean, the reason I was looking at this was for gathering liquids. I don't think.
Pip has water. Pip has water in his bird barrels, right? I already paid for that before the game?
Yes,
okay.
We discussed that was okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll hold off.
So you're gonna hold off on water? Alright, so I'm making sure no one else is getting water.
Yeah, I've got a water skin and I've got a barrel of water on the bird, so I'm covered.
I'll do just a second water skin.
Second water skin? Alright, so once again, double price for a water skin, but also... Well, in this case, I will say that the water skin comes filled with water, just to be kind. So 4 silver pieces. If I've got the price of a water skin.
Well, this doesn't give me the price. That's why I was looking.
I've got you.
Sorry.
That's going to be under adventuring gear, water...
2 silver pieces is the normal price.
So yeah, it'd be 4 silver pieces then.
So 4 silver... Oh, I hate this.
Alright, and while you're taking care of that, I'm just going to go ahead and move us forward while we still can. So would you guys like to meet your the person who's going to be driving your sandboat for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, heading towards the dock of Aduna, you see there are a few ships currently in port. Not really a lot. The number you could count on one hand. Most of them are currently unmanned, though there are sailors / guards standing outside them to make sure ships don't get stolen. However, there is one that you see that is currently manned, and on the side of the ship you see the Desert's Kiss. Would you like to head towards said ship?
Should we go and get our birds?
Yes, you should go and get your birds. Don't worry. He roboted for me too, but I understood what he said. And we'll hand wave it. You did get Thump and Parlay.
All right.
So, you guys head towards the Desert's Kiss, where, as you guys approach it, you see a dark-skinned human man dressed in light cyan fabrics, who gives a very proud smile as you approach. He's like, "Hail there, travelers! Would you happen to be the adventurers that Mayor Alvar Geese was instructing me to take out into the desert?"
That'd be us, yes.
He comes over and gives you a handshake. The name is Prakat Karan.
Gaius Vipsanius.
And I'm Pip.
Gesundheit.
Oh, no, that's his name.
His name is Sneeze.
Shush.
Oh, that makes more sense. My apologies. And what about the last person you have there?
Calligraphy.
Calligraphy. A respectable career path. Right. So my name is Prakat Karan. I am the owner and the captain of the Desert's Kiss. Let me go ahead and get you on board my ship here and give you a tour. As you guys step onto the small boat, this is a keel boat. He's like, all right. We don't really have board on this ship in terms of a place for people to sleep other than me and my crew. So you guys can sleep out on the deck, or when we're out in the desert, you can sleep out on the sand if you so desire. It's your choice. But yeah, let me go ahead and get my crew. Kasim! He says, giving a shout. Kasim, we have our party that we're going to be escorting out is here. Stepping out from the back room, you see a sphinx. It's like pink flesh color. A sphinx cat tabaxi. Dressed in leathers with a scimitar at his side, currently smoking a cigarette as Prakat goes, I thought I told you not to smoke inside. I smoke where I please. He is missing one of his eyes and notably a finger as well. Pip and Calligraphy and Shush, you may all roll me a history check on that one. Shush and Calligraphy with advantage.
I don't get to roll.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Wow!
Well, this is not a hard history check, but unsurprisingly. Yeah, getting a finger cut off typically indicates that this person was a thief at one point and got caught, and that was his punishment. It is a very common punishment for thievery.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
As Kasim quickly puts out the cigarette, shoving it back into his coat pocket afterwards, like, that is for later. Goes up and greets you. Name's Kasim. I am the boatswain here. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Gaius. And,
Shush just waves.
I'm Pip.
Alright, well, those greetings are in order. Thank you, Kasim. You may get back to what you're doing. Oh, piss off. He says he turns around and goes back to the cabin as Prakat says, actually, hold on just a minute. I'll be right back while I grab the last person to introduce to you, if you don't mind. As he disappears into the same back room, and after a moment you hear some disgruntled shouting,
Listen, I don't want to meet anybody right now.
it's fine.
yeah.
I just want to repair the ship. That's all I care about. Please.
As you see, Prakat is currently dragging by the arm a petite female goblin, long ears, broken goggles, and work clothes and clothes that look like they've never seen a day of wash, with a belt full of tools around her waist.
Pip will lean down to Shush. Sounds like you got a winner there. For the mimicry.
Damn it! Prakat pats the goblin on the back as she turns around.
Oh, leave me the fuck alone. Jeez. Name's Gerblin. Gerblin the Goblin. I'm the ship engineer.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Pip.
Nice to meet you, Pip.
Nice.
Calligraphy.
Nice to meet you, Calligraphy, Gaius. And,
Shush waves.
Birdman.
Nice
His-
bird.
Yeah, his name is Sneeze.
Oh, well, hello.
Gazoons. Gesundheit.
Well, is it sneeze or is it Gesundheit?
I thought it was shush.
Shh.
I'm confused. This is too much for me to handle right now, Prakat. I'm gonna go back and work on the F-Core. Thank you. Nice to meet you. I'll probably spend some more time talking to you later on when we're out in the sand. For now, my goal will be trying to keep the ship from crashing down to the sand and us all dying of either dehydration or heat exhaustion.
As she scampers back
admirable
down.
goal.
Well, I think I'll probably be fine on that.
If only we could all be so lucky to made out of metal.
Don't feel obligated to do the talking thing.
Guys just kind of pokes at his bronze scales.
Prakat looks very proud. He's like, and that is my dazzling crew there, folks. Gerblin and Kasim. Very loyal to both of them. Oh, and I forgot our last member. As he whistles, as coming from the top decks where you can assume his cabin is, you hear like the scampering of paws as you see this small little jackal come down. And this is Doot, my pet jackal.
Oh.
And
Kelly will lean forward and present a hand carefully.
Doot seems to accept the hand without anything. This jackal appears to be completely tamed. As Prakat explains, I've had Doot since my younger years inside the colleges when I was first learning to become a ship captain. I believe that's where I met Mayor Alvarugis's son.
Ah, yes.
A nice man, Mayor Alvarugis. Very persuasive in his own way.
Very direct, yes.
Chili jam.
Oh, God. Oh, almost vomited. Sorry. Anyway, I hope you guys have all your things in order. If not, I can hang around here until you're ready. If not, we'll make leave post haste.
Leave her up ahead. Just looks at the others.
Got everything I need.
Let's be off then.
All right then. He raises up the sail of the ship as you see the ship kind of slightly lifts up off the sand, almost like it's hovering, as the sails seem to almost magically fill with air, and it begins to slowly drift forward. As Prakat continues to explain, right? So here's the deal: if you've never been on a sandboat before, I imagine you all have at some point, but perhaps not with a crew this small. When you're on a boat this small, everyone does a little bit of work. You can't be excused from it. At night times, we have to bring the ship down onto the sand. It's just a necessary thing. F-cores need at least 8 hours of recharging a day in order for them to power through the remaining 16. Of course, if you have some spell slots that you want to throw into the F-core to keep it powered, you're more than welcome to do so. Though we have a strict limit on how many spells you put in because we're not trying to overload the thing and make it blow up. We clear? Oh, bio, you cut out.
Less than ideal, that.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Given Guys is an artificer, how much does he know about F-Course?
You may roll me... this isn't history. Arcana with disadvantage.
Alright.
I have an answer for this.
Well,
That's fine. I have an answer for this.
Mhm.
The fuck do you mean throw your spell slots into the F core?
Well, it's... guys, you drew a blank on it as well. Well, F-cores are... how sandboats function, really. They're like a magical engine of sort. They provide lift underneath the sandboats to keep them afloat, and they magically put sail and wind into the sails so that it can propel itself forward. They require 8 hours of charging in order to function for the remainder of the day. but after so they function fairly well. Not really sure how they work myself. That'd be more Gerblin's line of things, if she even understands what she's working with. Sometimes I swear she's just hitting the damn thing with a wrench. But according to Gerblin, I'm not a spellcaster myself, so let me be clear about that. I don't know how to cast spells. But Gerblin says that if you put your hand to an F core and expend a spell, almost as if you were casting it, the F core can use that energy to sustain itself to go a little bit longer than it could. Depending on the circle of spell, it gets a little bit of an extra boost. Though, pushing the cores like that is bad for them, I hear. Once again, Gerblin's area of expertise, not mine. If you need me for anything outside of, just telling us what direction we need to go, which, by the way, which direction are we headed?
Pulls out the compass and checks it.
The compass is currently pointing, quote-unquote, west. You can't tell what west is on this compass, though, because it does not have markings. So you actually need to compare it to another compass.
I believe it's larboard west in terms of bow positioning right now.
I see. He pulls out his compass and kind of does it. He's like, weird compass you have there. Doesn't point north.
It's part of the job.
I'm not... Mayor Alvargis is not paying me to ask questions. But...
Actually, can I compare these two very quickly?
Oh.
Because...
Well, yes, but I will need it back.
Of course.
Alright, he hands you the compass to borrow.
Just because you did mention that if you had an actual compass to compare it to, you might glean some stuff.
Alright. Comparing it to the actual compass is like... There are weird runes on the black compass that you have there that kind of match up with north, west, east, and south, but then there are a bunch of other minor little things on the written on the compass as well in this runic language that are kind of mysterious and don't really indicate something natural that can be gleaned from it. Almost something magical about it.
Kind of squints at it. Curious.
What are you seeing?
Here.
You curious of what? Pip will lean in and look.
Just the way that the markings on this, it doesn't exactly always seem to point in a cardinal direction, I suppose would be the word. It's just some of them are just there. Indicating something, but not direction.
Right.
What is Gaius' passive perception again?
19.
You notice Kasim kind of slink up behind you as he's like, that compass, is it valuable?
I wouldn't say so. It looks like it's just made of obsidian, and that's about it.
Fair enough. As he slinks away.
Can I insight to see if he accepted that answer?
Yes, you may insight.
Well,
he kind of shrugged his shoulders a bit and immediately went back to his business once Guy said it was not valuable.
so it did bore him immediately. Okay.
Prakat. Right. If for the time being, you can have the compass. I'm going to retire to my chambers, get out of this blasted sun, if you don't mind. The sandboat should follow the course set. Feel free to talk to Kasim or amongst yourselves, if you so desire.
You mentioned pulling our weight around here on the ship. I can do a bit of navigating if you need it.
Oh, perfect! That will take a large burden off of me. As a matter of fact, he says, you can keep the compass until we get to your destination then. Because I prefer to lounge when I can. Captain's privilege and all that. As for the rest of you, just make sure you keep sand off the deck and occasionally make sure the sails are okay. If one of you wants to keep watch up in the crow's nest up there, I'd appreciate that. Hopefully the person who has the best eyes.
I probably don't.
And doesn't mind a bit of sun exposure.
Just his glasses. I'll probably handle it.
Sounds like we have a
Skill.
volunteer then.
Scales don't burn anyway.
Guys, I've got a question. I never really thought too much about it. Why in the hell is he wearing glasses if you can see as well as you can?
They reduce sun glare.
Right.
God damn it, I get that. Alright. So, you guys have free time amongst the ship, amongst your shiply duties. What would you like to do?
I want to go hang out with the goblin.
Oh dear.
Alright, give me just a moment. Also, since Gaius is keeping watch, would you like to rely on your passive perception, or would you like to make me an active perception check?
I mean, I can make an active perception check, but passive is nice.
We'll use your passive perception then. And I'll let you know if your passive perception spots something that then requires you to make an active perception check, which you will hopefully get advantage with. Alright, since Yue has volunteered Shush to have a conversation with Gerblin first, that will be the first thing. Gaius, you're just keeping watch inside of the crow's nest, I'm assuming? Or are you talking to Pip? Or
And
anything?
I have the black compass.
Alright, and you have the black compass. Callie, what are you up to?
Good question. I guess I'm just gonna. I'm going to have my little ink sprites scrape the sand, and I guess I'll just play the flute for them. You know, whistle while you work or something.
Alright, and that just leaves Pip.
He'd be doing the navigating, but if there's any time between him doing that, he'd probably go have a conversation with Kasim.
Alright, we will take care of Shush first then, because he was the first to speak up. Alright, so, Shush, you go to the back room where you notice there's a small space where you see two beds that are kind of one on the left side, one on the right side, and some small chests that currently have locks on them. As there's a even further back room where you hear kunk kunk
Kirk, Kirk! Rata? Ow, it's just a bird. Hey there, Gesundheit? Sneeze? Jeez. Shh. Right, sneeze!
Gesundheit!
No? Okay. I'll get this right. That's right! The construct, he said, Shush! He said your name is Shush! Hello there, Shush!
Shh! Hail there!
Shush, but it's pronounced Shish! What do you need from, Gerblin?
Shush waves.
Oh, you just want to say hi? Well, that's fine. If you don't need anything specifically, though, I have, engineering duties I need to take care of. Gotta watch the F-Core.
Yeah, he kind of scratches his beak and he goes, F-Core! I just want to fix the damn ship!
Well, you want to help me? Alright, well, what do you know about, engineering?
Oh, I'm not very smart, I don't know that.
Alright, well, if that's the case, how do you feel about just passing me tools when I need them?
Oh, well, I think I can do that.
Perfect, and I can explain a little bit of the things about how the ship works, if that's okay with you.
And then he kind of like wiggles his fingers and he goes, Divine blessings upon you, my son.
Oh god, you're a religious nut. I'll have you know that F-Cores have nothing to do with religion. And keep your divine magic away from it. Only arcane magic can go into an F-Core.
It kind of looks like a light bulb turns on in Shush's head, and he shakes his head. Or, not shake, he nods his head emphatically.
Understood. Alright, good.
Hand me tools!
Alright, you can start by handing me that wrench-looking thing.
He looks for the wrenchiest looking thing.
You do indeed hand her the wrench-looking thing, and she immediately just hits the F-Core with it. As you see it flicker, but then get brighter in color.
Perfect. I wish Prakat would just get a better F-Core. I understand that damn things are expensive, but this one's dying on us.
Shush frowns.
Oh, don't worry, it'll hold up. I've been keeping this thing running for, geez, I think it's 3 months now. I've been under Prakat's care. Nice guy. Gave me a chance when I probably wouldn't have gotten one with anybody else.
3 out of 5!
She gives a nod.
So, Shasha, what exactly is it that you guys are looking for out here?
The endless desert expanse is full of mysteries and wonders.
Holy shit, did you study under the same scholar as me?
I don't find that to be a very useful question.
Oh god, it really does sound like him. Anyway, most of my time is just sitting around here looking at the F-Core, making sure that it's all staying all glowy and stuff. If it ever stops glowing, I know bad things are about to happen. Occasionally I put a spell into it if I think if I want to push us a little bit harder, but I try to be a bit more conservative about that.
Shush pulls out his mining pick and goes, "You want me to hit him a bit?"
No, not with the mining pick. That could crack it. Wrench,
Respect.
okay. Blood force, fine. No piercing, no slashing. Those will actually break it. Really, I shouldn't be hitting it with a wrench either. However, I spent years studying F-Cores, so I know exactly where to hit it to keep it working. At least a crappy one like this.
Shush continues to look worried, but he still nods his head.
Ah, jeez, I'm not trying to make you... tell you what, Shush, can you,
He pulls his shield out.
Yeah, no, just sit down here next to me and I'll let you know when I, need you to pull out more tools to help me out. You know, be a bit more hands-free on the job, right?
He shakes his head. I mean, nods his head. I don't know why I keep saying shake.
That's okay.
Alright then, thank you, Shush. I appreciate having the extra pair of hands. Sometimes Kasim will come in to help us, but, he doesn't know what he's doing. It's better than when Prakat comes in to help, though. He just looks at the thing like he's angry at it.
Alright, and with that, we're going to switch over to Pimp.
Okay, you first have to find Kasim.
Alright, not the hardest task. Kind of like underneath the deck, there is like a smaller... It is an incredibly small cargo hold where you see he's currently taking inventory and stock. He notices you but doesn't say anything to you.
Hey mate, couldn't help but notice we're a bit alike.
Oh, hold on one second, because I realize I actually do have a specific thing for this.
Okay.
I'm going to switch us to the new map. let me get your characters.
We have birds.
The birds were there, but you guys weren't. Whoops. I thought I had done this yesterday. My bad. Alright. Uh-oh. There you guys are. And I'm just going to zoom out just ever so slightly. And let's move your Ilkukus kind of like to here on the boat. And you can kind of just place yourself appropriately. Greblin's going to essentially be here. Kasim is essentially up here. Where the ballista is where the kind of cargo hold is. Hopefully that's a little bit more helpful for you guys. And of course with...
Yeah, what would be the most sandy part of the ship?
That would definitely be the front of the ship, because there's always like a sand dune or something that just kind of... Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So, sorry to interrupt that. I just realized I wasn't on the map. My apologies. Alright, so
No
Kasim...
worries.
You say we are like how so? He says as he actually pulls out the cigarette he had put out earlier and lights it again as he takes a puff.
Well, ain't no cove taking my finger yet, though it'd be kind of hard to pry it off. But and then he opens his he kind of opens his cloak, and it's just like lots of little loops and pockets and things, and just all sorts of stuff with his bag also hanging off his belt and or his like hip area. Just the Resident Evil 4 merchant, just all of his tools and everything, just in plain view.
What you buying?
Alright. Also, I just realized something. I can make it so you guys can see their names, so let me go ahead and do that for you. So now that you have their names, there's no reason for you not to be able to see them. And of course, good old Doot.
Doot.
Alright. He's like, I see. You are a unsavory type, as some of them like to refer to us as.
Some would say that, yep. Though I'd like to think I'm one of the good ones, so who knows.
I'm trying to be one of the good ones too, my friend. I got out of the business after I lost my... He says as he lifts up his hand, showing the lost finger.
Yeah, that's a bit of a discouragement, I'd say.
The fuckheads I was with turned me over for a bit of extra gold. And a get-out-of-jail-free card. I lost a finger, but I learned how to make better friends.
Yeah, it seems like a good lot here on this ship.
Yeah. Mr. Prakat did me a solid. Most other people would not hire me because of the whole missing finger thing. Most people, especially shop owners, know that losing your finger is a sign of thieves, and thieves aren't well trusted to be in charge of stuff like that.
Yeah, he just kind of like looks at the fact that he's doing inventory. Yeah, I think most people would probably not want that. Though, I mean,
he's gonna
friend's a friend, right?
He's actually going to roll an insight to you because you made that comment about him doing inventory. Let's see. That would just be... Alright. That... You can roll me a deception.
Okay, I am trained in it, so let's see. I mean, we've seen how that goes.
It's charisma based, though.
We've seen how it goes, and it's never good.
Hey, here you go. Okay. He does not, in fact, catch on.
Okay.
It's like, luckily for me, Mr. Prakat decided not to judge me for these, my past transgressions. In fact, because of some of the skills I picked up during that time, I'm very well trusted for things like counting. Because trust me, I do not miscount.
No, I believe that.
He attempts to offer you the cigarette, then realizes, that's right, you're a consular. He's like, shit, sorry.
No, frankly, the fact he tried and forgot that I was, metal, I'll take that as a compliment.
You work with all sorts of types when you come from the scum of the earth, he says with a smile on his face.
Yeah, I'm finding work with all sorts of types when I come from the earth too. Haven't been around that long. I was dug up by Gaius, and it's been a while, but it's not been as long as a normal person around here.
Dug up from the earth. Is that some new fancy way they say for making a new construct?
No, I was, underground.
Oh, that is interesting. Ah, you are very interesting. You've piqued my interest ever so slightly, Mr. Pip. Right?
Yeah, that's right. He leans forward a bit. You asked about that compass earlier, but I dare say I'm probably the most valuable thing here. Though, who knows?
Well, I was curious about the compass because it looked valuable. Not that I was going to nick it or anything, but I have a weakness for things that look valuable. It's, admittedly, an old habit that dies hard.
No, I hear you.
Right, that compass looks like it would go for about 20 gold pieces for the right buyer. My personal opinion. You could probably upsell them to 50 if they're stupid.
It's only real good for one thing anyway, I think.
Oh? What's that?
Oh, it's just leading us to where we're supposed to go.
Oh, I see. Mr. Prakat said that we are taking you out to some ruins of some kind?
Yeah, some strange ruins. It's got four-armed statues. Don't really know why, though.
Ugh, sounds creepy.
Hopefully it'll be exciting.
I hope so for your sake, too. I hope you don't find anything nasty out there.
Hopefully not. Your group is all just taking us right there and then leaving, right?
Oh, that's the plan. We'll see if Mr. Prakat changes his mind. If he takes a liking to you, he'll keep you around for a little bit.
Well, that'd be nice. Not quite sure how we're supposed to get back otherwise.
Kassim thinks about that for a moment. Oh, that's very dangerous. But I imagine you'd probably just take your birds back, right? Very nice birds you have, by the way.
Thanks. It can be. I don't know if mine's old or I'm just heavy. I'm probably just heavy. It doesn't like when I ride it very much.
A bird with personality. That sounds like your standard Yokuku.
Alright, well, I'll leave you to your counting. Good to know a little bit more about each other. If you ever need, if something comes up while we're on this journey, you need a sneak-in partner, you can count on me.
I appreciate that. My advice for you, he says he's like, I'm not sure if it's the same with, you, but for me, I get hot easy, so the reason why I come under the deck is to get out of the sun. But if you feel like you need to get out of the sun, or, for any of your party that is with you as well, they need to get out of the sun, tell them they can come under the deck and escape the sun for a little bit. I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Alright, I'll let them know. Thanks.
Just tell them don't mind the smoke.
He kind of looks at it. Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice it. Right, I'll let them know.
He gives a nod and lets you be on your way. Alright. So for Callie, I just want you to roll me a survival check for keeping the deck clean as possible. It's not a hard DC.
A survival check.
Yeah, no, because you're standing out in the hot sun.
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to have the sprites do.
Alright. So yeah, no. Standing out in the hot sun, it's a little unbearable, but honestly, unlike most people, you're pretty heat adapted with the whole fire resistant thing. So you're having a time as you watch your little ink sprite sweep, as every once in a while they come and complain at you, just...
She'll play her flute at them to keep them happy.
As it just continues. Can you roll me a check for playing that flute, though?
21.
That's a good check. So yeah, your flute playing sounds beautiful, a little bit somber though. As the ink sprites happily do their work to the music. Gaius, you've been keeping watch. Your passive perception has
16?
Ooh. In the distance, you see a person. Traveling with an ilkuku and carrying a cart behind them. They're headed towards Aduna. Would you like to say anything to the rest of the crew?
Yeah, let him know. Just someone passing by with a cart.
All right. Would you like to go try and... who are you going to tell? Because that is important.
Probably, Prakat.
All right. You go up to Prakat's cabin and give a knock on the door. There's a little bit of shuffling inside as it takes about 20 seconds before Prakat comes out. Lets out a... Gaius, sorry, I was taking a nap. What's going on? Did you spot danger?
Danger, no. Been mostly uneventful, but there is a traveler with a cart and a bird passing by. Just,
Oh, we'll take the ship. We can take the ship around then. If you're... Actually, he pulls out a spyglass from his side. As he peeks out over his side, that man has water on him, and I'm always in the mood to get some extra water.
Sounds like a good transaction.
All right. Prakat makes some minor adjustments as you guys kind of pull the ship close to the man as he comes to a pause, and you guys kind of step off the ship for just a light bit as Prakat waves off. Hail, traveler. I see that you have goods behind you. The man, the dark-skinned man gives a smile. Greetings. My name is Muharad, a traveling merchant. If you would like some supplies, I have some for sale. Well, what price are you charging? And, guys, why don't you intervene since you spotted this encounter?
We're always on the lookout for water, if you have any available.
I do, in fact, have an extra barrel of water here on me. I actually managed to find a local 3-Kreen druid who pointed out an oasis where I was able to fill up. He says, patting one of the barrels.
Lovely. How much would it be going for?
Let me do my calculations.
It's like 4 silver per gallon.
4 silver per gallon. It's 40 gallons. So that is 160 silver pieces divided by 10. 16 gold pieces for a barrel of water. Prakat strokes his beard as he's like, surely you could go a little bit cheaper than that, sir. After all, when's the next time you might meet some travelers this far out into the desert who are willing to buy your supplies? Gaius, you may roll a persuasion with advantage. Muharad. Well, you make a fair point, sir. I'll sell the barrel for 10 gold pieces then. Simply so so I can get that extra weight off my El Cuckoo so we can travel a bit faster through these sands and get to Aduna. Fair price. Guys, do you want to purchase this barrel or should I? Either way, we'll be sharing it amongst the crew.
I can cover the cost, and he actually hands over 2 gold pieces. Sorry. For your generosity, sir.
Well, Muharad gives a bow. I appreciate that greatly, sir. In fact, he pulls out 2 pieces of cactus that have been adequately kind of dried. He's like, 2 pieces of mule tail for you, sir. Don't eat it. It works as a wonderful repellent for keeping away the death stingers. Should you have the unfortunacy of running into some while you're out here.
Much appreciated.
All right. You may add 2 mule tail to your inventory. They weigh 1 pound each. All right. Well, I have to be on my way. I appreciate you stopping by, and we appreciate you having water. Says Prakad as he gives a wave, and you and him both step back onto the ship. 1 barrel of water has been added to the ship's inventory, which is, of course, you can put it in your inventory if you want because you bought it, but you don't have to add the weight because it's currently on board the ship. As the Desert Kiss gets back on track, following the path set forward. Eventually, sorry. Continue.
I would very quickly check the water, just, check the quality of it.
All right. Do you have detect poison and disease?
I do not.
Do you have survival skill?
I have 2 in survival.
Would you like to ask Kali to help you out?
Yeah, I would.
All right. I'll let you go ahead and get to that then.
Kali?
Yes?
Just want to make sure that this water has got no impurities in it. I might not be the expert, but you distinctly have the skill with liquids, as he motions to the sprites.
I suppose so. It's just water, right? And
I think so.
yeah, she'll go over and inspect. You said survival?
Survival.
All right. Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right. With the survival of 24, with the nat 20, the water's a little bit muddy, has some sand in it, but that's to be expected given that Muharrad did indeed state that he pulled it from an oasis. Other than that, the water quality is pure, and it's actually still a little bit cold.
It's fairly clean, from what I can tell. It smells a little bit of fresh dirt, but as she kind of dips her pinky in it, it's cold.
Just needs a slight filter then.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much any water is gritty when you're on the road.
And then helping move this to storage.
All right. Kasim will gladly help you with that.
And letting him know it's cold currently, too.
Oh, if that's the case, then I will keep it in the back. If that is okay with you. Sorry, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your water. All right. So you guys continue along the day as eventually the sun begins to slowly fall on the horizon, and you guys reach late noon. I just need to roll one more thing. All right, where nothing of interest seems to happen until eventually night begins to fall. As Prakat comes from out of his cabin, as he's like, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be bringing the ship to a halt here soon. If you want to set camp up over on the side of the ship, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, you're welcome to sleep on board the deck. However, we're going to stop for the night regardless, and we're going to eat, drink some water, and go to sleep."
All right.
Sounds good, Captain.
I can keep watch, given I don't have to sleep.
All right, for those of you who eat, write off 1 ration.
Goodbye, pork sausage.
Goodbye, pork sausage.
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Can I interest you, side people in sausage?
Wait a second.
No.
Let me double check that.
Okay.
It's 24 hours, right?
Yeah, it lasts for 24 hours after you cast the Goodberry spell.
Shit. I'm casting Goodberry right now. I ain't wasting a ration.
All right, you make 10 Goodberries as Prakat kind of turns his head to the side. What spell is that?
She looks at the berries in her hand and then back up at him. It called Goodberry. It takes this poisonous berry and makes it sufficient for meals for a day. And then it goes back to being poisonous.
How many of those do you have?
And she will hold them out since she obviously ate one. I have 9 more. I believe we need to... I think we have enough for everyone.
Well, it would appear that Mr. Vipsanius there just consumed a very nice-looking sausage, much to Duke's dislike, as Duke just says there, smacking.
Gaius looks apologetic. Whoops.
But, as for the rest of us, save for the construct, I would believe that individuals do not eat, if I am correct.
Who's this directed at, sir?
You, the construct.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't eat.
Save for the construct, I think all of us shall partake in the good berry since it's a bit more ration efficient. How say you on that, Kasim? I'm more than willing to not waste rations on this. Appreciate it. However, water will still be merited out. Enough to fill a water skin for everybody. That is half a gallon to everybody.
Yay! So basically,
Right.
the water skin we would have exhausted through the day.
Yep, the water skin you would have exhausted is not exhausted.
Got it.
So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, don't count Pip. Dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 3.5 gallons for that, and then the birds take 5 gallons each, because big.
Yep, and I have 1 good berry left, it looks like.
So let me go from the barrel that you had there that had 40 gallons.
Yeah, I would have 1 good berry left over.
Minus 10
pocket.
gallons of water from that, just for the birds, and then 2, 7 minus 3.5. Alright, so you are left with 26.5 gallons of water left in that barrel that you bought, which is not bad. A barrel of water will last you pretty good in the desert.
There we go. Okay, I'm keeping track of my good berries now, too.
I just saw the GIF robot.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. So, it is now officially nighttime, and let me do something that I've been wanting to do for a while. We're gonna...
Night map.
Yep.
Cool.
Good night, map.
Alrighty. So, it is now officially nighttime. Let me go ahead and change the music as well to the night music. And I need this one. I would like to point out that as the sun does begin to set and night just like really comes in their head, you hear the loud buzzing of insects, like a cacophonous sound. Not just these crickets, but just like a loud zzz, 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 zzz. As Prakat rolls his eyes. I surely do hate harvest buzzers a lot. As Gerblin,
Well, I for one love them. They tell me when to go to sleep, and they tell me when to wake up.
Damn bugs.
Alright, so, Prakat does ask before nighttime fully hits, who wants to keep watch?
Pip volunteered earlier because he doesn't have to sleep.
You guys can take a shift.
Yeah, Kelly will take a shift.
All right. So it sounds like it's Pip, Gaius, then Callie, which should cover a large section. And
Yeah, I
Pip
could
can
probably
technically
be the
keep watch
darkest.
all night because of his sentinel ability.
Yeah, even Sentry's Rest, even if he's in shutdown mode, he's still conscious. So if he just like does it on top of the nest or something, then even during his rest period, he's still watching.
Still, nothing like an extra set of eyes, right?
Yeah.
All right. All I need for you to tell me is if you're making an active perception check during your watch, or if you're just going to passively just keep an eye out.
I think my passive is good enough.
All right.
Pip is going to be active.
All right, active perception check.
Yeah, also active.
All right. Pretty much
Nice.
the difference between active and passive in this regard is active means that I would like to actively be looking for anything. Passive means I'm confident enough in just kind of passively sitting around to see if I see something.
I'll look actively.
Yeah. All right. Pip, you are first. Roll me. Do you have dark vision?
No.
If that is the case, do you take out a lantern or a lamp to provide illumination?
Yeah.
All right, then you may make me a perception check. You do not need to roll it with disadvantage, but things may or may not happen depending on this on choices.
Yeah. Well.
Alrighty. So Pip, during the entire course of your watch, you don't see anything. You don't see anything. As you kind of just, in your Sentry's Rest looking around, just the head kind of rotating in the little squat socket.
Yeah.
But you don't see anything of interest, and, about 3 hours pass, and then Gaius, you, of course, come out to kind of assist Pip, since I believe you are the next volunteer. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct.
All right.
And
Dark vision goggles.
yes,
All right.
you called it.
Roll me a perception check then.
No.
Normal.
Damn it!
9.
No light though.
Pip, what's your passive perception?
13.
13. Right. I just need to. And compare that with.
I should have gone with my passive.
It wouldn't have helped. What's your passive perception again? 19?
19.
19? Yeah, no, it wouldn't have helped.
Yeah. Well.
All right, so Gaius and Pip, you guys are currently awake and keeping watch. Shush, you're probably asleep somewhere on the deck. Same with Callie. As are Parl and Thump, whereas the Gerblin and Kasim are asleep in their cabin because they put some trust in you guys to keep a good watch out for them. And Prakat is just the light is on in his cabin, but you don't see him like looking out of his little window or anything like that. He's just awake. All right. So unfortunately, this will be unfortunately combat will be with surprise. But combat will be happening as Gaius and Pip. You guys didn't see it coming. However, in the middle of the night, as you guys are kind of just looking out into the inky darkness, Gaius a little less inky darkness because of your goggles of night, and Pip just doing your best with your little lantern, you don't see the goblins that are slowly encroaching upon the ship. And let's roll for initiative, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, and so everyone will
Throat
start off.
singing goblins.
Everyone will start off with the surprise condition, but Callie and Shush, you are also considered prone because you are sleeping.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
All right, and I apologize. Just let me roll these initiatives, and then of course once Kasim, Gerblin, and Prakat all respectively start to wake up, then they'll get added.
I'll put the little screaming man on my token to show I'm surprised.
I appreciate that. I should have clicked the token. That would have been smart.
They sorted it, but like.
Also, it
Yes, my
hid
own
that
thing.
roll. It's not supposed to hide it. Never whisper those rolls and auto roll damage and crit. Thank you. I am going to be nice though because I'm not going to cheat. Yep, that is that goblin. That is not the right one. Which goblin is that? Nope, not that one. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go, that's the one. Up. And he rolled a nat 1 on that initiative, so it still gives him a 3 because he's a goblin. And then, yep, that's the right one. Roll 20, why did you do this? Because Roll 20 went into all my goblin tokens that I made and just switched them all to always whisper and don't auto roll damage and crit. I'm like, Jesus
That's
Christ.
The opposite of what you were
Yeah, that is the exact opposite of what I want to have happen, so. Alright, we have that goblin there. Yep, that's the right one. And did you do it with this one too? Sure did. Man, you are evil, Roll20.
I'm wondering if there was some kind of update, because my sheet was kind of messed up at the beginning, too.
Yeah, no.
But it was just me.
I could see that happening. But it's like, I mean, not everything in Roll20 gets unilaterally fucked. It's like, Roll20 is selective about what it fucks up, and you never know until you actually see it. And then you're like, ah, yes, this was fucked with. Thanks, Roll20. And got that one. And then you. Okay, and just one more goblin there. Where is that? I did it without clicking on the token, didn't I? No, I was clicked. Oh, thank goodness. That would have been upsetty spaghetti making. Okay. If that's the case, this is a lot easier. And then... I apologize for the long setup. Normally, I got this a bit more together. Roll20 doing that just made it a little bit more difficult for me than it normally is.
That's cool.
I need this tab and this person. Okay, now everything should be set. Alright, and descending. And I'll add people to the initiative as
they join it.
As they join. Because that's just a little easier right now for me. Alright, Callie, you are first on the initiative. My apologies.
But I am surprised.
You are surprised, which means your first round is just you remove the surprise condition. You are still prone until your next turn where you can stand up from prone.
Right.
So, Callie, you hear the shuffle, and you hear some goblin war cries. Alright, this goblin right here. You will count as having half cover Gaius, because you are behind the ship's walls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do
But
I
you-
technically have full cover since I'm prone behind the walls?
Actually, 3/4. 3/4
quarters?
covers.
Okay.
So you count as having +2 AC. That gives you an AC of 19, correct?
Right
Should
now,
be
yeah.
21.
21. All right. That would be a 16 to
Dink.
hit. So, dink. An arrow flies over the side of the ship and hits your armor as it shatters. Gaius, it is your turn.
Am I surprised?
You are surprised, so you may remove the surprise condition.
I'm also going to do this.
Yep.
Just immediately eyes flare.
Alrighty, I just got. Alright, next goblin here. He is going to. Let's see which goblin is that one. It's that one. So 35, 40. So all three of you are in range. He is just slinging an arrow bounce off of guys so that he knows that's a bit too meaty. He's going to try to hit Pip next. Let's see how meaty the robot is. That will be the 23. He has advantage because you are surprised.
Yep, that's a hit.
Alright, that is 7 piercing damage then.
Okay.
Yeah, see, why were you apologizing to me? I was first on the initiative, that means...
Oh, yeah. That means you're pretty much negate surprise because of that.
Yeah.
Alright, so yep, a arrow that is a crudely made arrow flies from this goblin's bow, nailing Pip in his cloak. It kind of lodges in between one of his things, but he's able to crack it out, though it's a little bit quote-unquote achy from it. Why does Shush have 2 initiatives?
I only see one.
Does it?
It's your end. You're seeing one from another map,
Oh,
but we.
I see.
From the
We see the
earlier-
14.
Why is
14.
Shush was the only person who had a double initiative? That's weird.
He was probably the only one who clicked his token when we were rolling for what we do in the inn.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Alright, Shush, it is your turn.
I am no longer surprised.
You are no longer surprised, however, you are still prone.
Yeah.
Alright, this goblin right here is... Let's see. Who is in range? Shush is in range. That is a 19 to hit.
But Shush...
Do I have the 3/4?
Oh yeah, you do have the 3/4 cover. So
If I'm prone, if he's doing range, does that mean he has disadvantage?
but it's canceled out by the advantage he would have because he has dark vision and you can't see him.
Right, but you have an additional AC. So
Yeah, but you have the +2 to your AC.
Right.
So what is your
Right,
AC
okay.
with the +2?
Uh,
with the +5 because 3/4 because you're prone.
Yeah, that's what I'm
a lot. 20.
Did you sleep with your
4.
armor and shield on?
That's a good point. Probably not. Let me.
It still would be higher though because you
Yeah.
have 17 without your shield.
Yeah, no, with armor. 16. I'm sorry.
What's your dexterity?
Yeah, I know.
16.
10 plus
13,
dex mod.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
All right, 18. That makes a 19 a hit, so that is going to still be a hit for 5 piercing damage.
Ah!
As yet one arrow flies over the side of the ship and kind of nicks Shush's shoulder. All right, next is this goblin right here. He is going to. They have figured out who the two squishies are, quote unquote. He is going to go for a shot on Pip. That is a 21.
Yep, that's a hit.
6 piercing damage on Pip.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I mean, you still have the +2 AC, but yeah.
Oh, that's true. You do have the +2 AC. Do remember that. But... Alrighty. And this last goblin right here, he's going to take a shot on Gaius because that's the only place he can really get a clear shot. That is an 11.
Dink.
Dink! Alright, Pip, it is your turn.
You're no longer stuck.
What in the? And then
Yeah.
no more surprise condition.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it.
Alright, this goblin right here's turn. He's going to take a shot at Shush. That is an 18 to hit. That is a meet, so it does technically beat.
Yep.
That is 6 more piercing damage.
Oh no.
I am sure it is nothing to be concerned about.
I'm a little concerned.
Alrighty. Callie, it is your turn.
What the fuck? And she will use her, I guess, half her movement to get up and get her longbow out because she sees these fucking arrows flying onto the ship.
Oh, thank you for doing that, robot. That's exactly what I need.
Is it fair to say she would have just slept in her leather armor?
It's leather armor, so yes. If it was medium armor, I'd say no, but leather armor's so fine.
I mean, like, you've got a ranger. Ranger has little reason to take off their armor, is the way I see it, but I just wanted to check. It doesn't matter right this second anyway. She's gonna shoot her longbow, and let's see here. That looks like this is probably the clearest shot she has, is this guy.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. 40 feet.
Keep in mind, for you, that will count as him being illuminated, because with your dark vision and with the lamp Pip has,
Mm-hmm.
You pretty much can see it.
Yeah, I was just making sure distance-wise. I should have that on here, and I do not. I believe 40 is fine.
In range. You are definitely in range.
So let's do that, and yeah, she's angry ink sprites because they were nice and cuddled up. If it matters.
Hit.
22.
Oh, that's dead.
Little shit. Is everyone okay?
Alright, so, Callie, after waking up, you give a yawn, ask if everything is okay, immediately stretch back, pull out a bow, as just one goblin immediately splatters onto the sand. Alright, this goblin right here, will take a shot with his longbow. He's going to... Ooh. He's going to aim at Thump.
No.
That dice spun very weird. That's a 14 to hit Thump. +2 to his AC.
No, it hits. It's 13.
7 piercing damage to Thump.
Wait. But what is Thump laying down?
Thump is large.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Thump, big bird.
I'm just checking because obviously
How
his
much?
AC would be high.
7 piercing damage. Alright, and then he is going to also move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. He's going to run right up to the board of the ship, and then next turn he's going to start climbing up it. So just right now he's not currently on board, but he's going to start boarding next turn. Gaius, it is your turn.
And as he starts to climb over the edge of the ship, just 2 glowing green eyes just peer over the edge. And then something very bright in front of his face.
That is a ranged attack at... well, actually, no, that's actually fine. Do not worry what I was going to say, because he's technically 5 feet below the ship at the moment. Woo! Jeebus!
He's also dead.
And let me just go ahead and X that. So, yep. Guys, you kind of just peer over the side of the ship where this goblin just ran up as he throws down his short bow, pulling out a scimitar.
It's just the sound that comes out of his mask is no.
There's like a slight explosion and cloud of sand as the goblin... And then there's just a blood smear in the sand and a couple of goblins sticking up out of it.
Next!
Alrighty. So, as you guys have been paying attention to that direction, though,
Oh boy.
crawling over from the other side of the ship, you have another goblin right here,
Oh boy.
who immediately climbs over, positions himself to about right here, and then he's going to attack Callie.
Well, shit.
That is not the right attack. I'm about to make a mistake. I'm sure it's actually... I actually believe it's the exact same attack roll and damage for the goblin for his scimitar, but... And that is a 19 to hit Callie.
Oh, that is a hit.
Alright, Callie, you take 7 slashing damage as this goblin, crawling overboard with a scimitar in his mouth...
Oh, you little fucker.
Alright, this goblin right here is going to take cover behind this rock right here, but he's going to peer up and take another shot at Shush. He is in range. That is a... That's a miss. As it just kind of... The arrow plinks into the side of the desert's kiss as it comes up and pokes his head back down behind the rock. Shush, it is your turn. You may indeed put on your shield.
Yeah.
But it is.
It's an action to put on your shield. However, I trust that you have a smart. I know that you have smart things you can do. Big brain
smart
time.
Things I can do.
It's big brain time.
But is it really? That's an action. That's a bonus action. I am going to cast Shield of Faith on Pip.
Alright, Pip, +2 AC.
Okay.
That will go very well with already getting +2 AC from being from being essentially in cover, half cover. All right. What for action? Just equip shield.
Yeah, equip shield.
All right. cocking shield. All right. This goblin. Hold on a second. Did I have the wrong goblin attack? Yeah, no, that's fine. That goblin did that. That goblin attack. Yeah, no, that's fine. I moved the wrong goblin. Whoops. It's fine. I'm just switching them for the time being. This goblin's gonna start by firing a short bow shot at Gaius.
I think my internet is dead, or is it just quiet?
No, I
no.
think
Oh, you're not. You're muted.
like it sounded like CA was gonna say something and then he didn't.
It's our internet.
Our internet.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no.
so it seems like it's working now.
So it looks like another miss. Whatever that was.
Who's targeting, or who's being targeted?
Uh-oh.
But it's probably a miss. I can't imagine that hitting anybody.
Yeah,
Not
that's
even the
a
birds.
Stink.
Gaius.
All right.
Can
how
you
about
hear?
now?
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
now we hear
Do
you.
now.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Just weird thing. All right, so yeah, that was aimed at Gaius. It was a miss.
That was a dink.
Yep. And then this goblin is also going to do what it did, but that's actually representative of the other goblin that I was supposed to move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's right up against the side of the ship. That's his turn. Next goblin. This goblin right here is going to take another shot at Thump, the monster.
The hell, man.
Why would he do that?
There may be. Oh god, that's a 23. That's 6 damage.
No.
6 more damage to Thump.
Bird.
Alrighty.
That one's dead.
And you see another goblin climb up the side of the ship here as he 5, 10, 15, 20. He's leaving a threatened square. However, Callie, you are equipped with a longbow and cannot properly retaliate against him.
Yeah. I mean,
25.
it's disadvantage.
And going to kick open the door. This goblin is on a mission. Alright. Well, yeah, actually, you can attack him with disadvantage, so you are right. Would you like to do that?
Yes. Ouch.
An 11 is a miss as it hits up against the what scraps of leather this goblin is wearing his armor. It hits up against it as it just kind of gets stuck in it. The goblin keeps on as you see him slam open the door to the back of the ship.
There's goblins! There's my reaction.
Yep. Alright. And we got one more. As this one also climbs on top of the ship, and he's going to also make an attack on Kali.
Fuck you.
It's what goblins do, okay?
Oh, they're about to get their shit.
That is a 9.
That's a miss.
So yeah, he swings his scimitar at you as you take a step back. Alright, next is this dead goblin. It's dead.
Oh,
Pip-
he's still dead.
Pip, it is your turn.
Okay. How do I get down from the crow's nest?
We'll consider that you were already down. How's that sound?
Okay. Sure, sounds good. That means... Alright, I'll bonus action to get my sword out. Because it's that
Yep,
weird
that's
arm blade. Yeah.
Combat engaged.
Then gonna go over here. I'm gonna... that goblin's awfully close to everyone, so I'm gonna try and grapple it to pull it out of the cabin so that it can't get any stabbing going on its next turn.
Alright. You do take an attack of opportunity, so let me just roll that really quickly.
Which one did that?
That'd be
oh yeah, that one. Oh
that's
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
good point. Yeah, my
Miss.
bad.
That is a miss, though. So, Goblin swings
Okay.
at you as you attempt to stop the other, as you attempt to run at the other Goblin. As he misses, as you come behind this one, and you're going to attempt to grapple him. I just need an athletics.
All right.
That is a 13. And currently, yeah, he's going to use acrobatics to oppose it. That is an 8. So you do manage to successfully grab hold of this goblin as it attempts to break into the back room.
Okay. And then I'm gonna, since I can move a person when I'm grappling, I'm going to just drag it out. And like
Alrighty.
back towards the others here. And that's my turn. I used all my actions.
Alright, not a problem. It is this goblin over here's turn, and they are going to make a attack on Shush. Short bow attack. That is an 11.
That's a miss.
Alrighty. This goblin is then going to... And then he has to use 10 feet of movement next turn to climb the ship. But yeah, he essentially drops the short bow. Callie, your turn.
Alright.
She's pissed. She's going to drop her longbow and pull out the rapier. And going to hit the... Oop. Hit the bastard that stabbed me first. That is a 19.
Don't worry, I'm just
Oh.
adding them to the initiative because they're away.
Alright, so that's a hit. Let's roll that.
Alright, that is a dead goblin. That is this one right here.
Yeah, the one, yeah. And...
Are you...
Oh, see, the gathered swarm can't affect someone else.
Yeah, no. Yes, it can't. It's a card
Oh!
attack.
Well, no, but it has, the attack's target must succeed or be moved. But you know what? Horizontally. I did.
You can only do one of the 3 options.
Okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. That's...
You meant unmute. Okay, I got you. Alright, so, dead goblin. So, yeah, you take your sword as you swing around, as your little ink spirits very pissed to be awake right now, because this is their nap time. As they just jump on this goblin, and rather than just, like, stabbing it, like, they turn the little hands into needles, and it's just like... It's like, That the goblin's dead. Guys, it's your turn.
Got options. I've not done this one yet. It might be fun. I'm gonna slap my thigh, and charge is gonna hit those 3 crystals that are in his guard there,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna start floating.
Magic missile. You believe
That
you
should
get 3 darts.
That should
You
be
ju-
more. Why
Yeah,
do
you just need to roll. You just need to roll more of them. Just roll me. Keep in mind, you get to direct all of these.
Yeah.
Because each one of those gets another +1 to it.
All right. Which goblin are you hitting with the 2 and the 6?
I'm gonna put all 3 into 1
Okay.
and just take out that guy. Just shoot him off the back end.
All right. You only need. Oh yeah, no, that it does take all of them to do it. My bad. So yeah, no. You shoot this goblin as the little crystal, as your little crystals. You produce the crystals from your pocket as they glow, as 3 pink darts appear and just fire at this goblin as they all crash into the goblin's skull as he looks a little limp for a moment before he and just falls over the side dead.
And they just ricochet back to me and immediately just go back into the holster on my hip.
And let's see, which goblin is that one?
Big iron on his hip.
Big iron. I don't want to get my video taken down because I'm singing Big Iron, so I'll stop. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Not really good on the bonus actions right now. I don't think, anyway. Yeah, no, I don't have any bonus actions at all. Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and move. Which is, in fact, this goblin right here, who is going to climb up the side of the ship with his scimitar here, and he's going to attempt to attack Pip.
Okay.
That is a 10 to hit Pip.
That's a no.
All right, he swings his scimitar at you as he screams. Do you speak Goblin? Who here speaks Goblin?
No.
No.
Not I.
I have to look because I can't remember what I can speak.
Gerblin speaks Goblin.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she does. I do not.
All
I
right.
have several languages, not Goblin.
He screams something in Goblin as he swings his scimitar at you. It misses. As the goblin next to him screams something in Goblin back at him. However, no one understands that gobbledygook, so shush, it's your turn.
Goblin-y gook.
Gobbledygook is, in fact, the language of goblins. I cast the most important spell in the game.
Magic missile?
No.
Sanctuary.
I was gonna say.
I cast it on Thump.
That is also a concentration spell.
It doesn't look like it.
It isn't? I thought Sanctuary was
Unless
I'm
he's
incorrect.
got it wrong on his sheet. Let's
Give me
see.
a moment.
I was wondering if that was wrong too, but I think that's one of the ones that I pulled from the SRD. But I also need to check.
It looks like it's correct.
It just is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not concentration. I'm incorrect. You are right.
Best spell in the game now.
I won't go that far.
Shit.
But it does save Thump, so
I mean,
yes,
it's a
but
pretty-
it's a good game.
It's a pretty good bonus action spell, yeah.
You do. You didn't draw your sword, right?
I didn't draw my sword, but I wasn't planning on drawing my sword.
Okay, because yeah, as part of casting the spell, you do have to pull out the small silver hand mirror.
Right.
But
And then I just kind of stand here to interdict the goblin that's climbing.
You still have an action.
yeah, you still have an action. It's just what can you gotta figure out what he can do with that action because
Right, because like if I had to hold the mirror, then I can't like grab a javelin to throw at this guy.
You could bash with your shield as an improvised weapon for 1d4 and no proficiency.
He's right.
Okay.
Knock him on his ass.
Yeah. Just 1d20 plus your strength.
Let's go. Probably not.
That is a 9. You attempt to bash this goblin with your shield as you cast the Sanctuary spell on Thump. As the goblin just holds back the shield. One has no idea what they're saying. The other one thinks he just insulted his mother.
That means he insulted his mother first.
Yes. All right. This goblin that has currently been hiding behind cover is going to take another shot at. Yeah, it's going to be Thump. So he has to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Why do they hate Thump so much?
That's a big bird.
Tasty.
I'm not going to say the reason why.
And Il Cuckoo killed his mother.
That in fact is not a pass. He fails the Wisdom saving throw, and does not succeed in being able to attack. That is his turn. This goblin right here is going to make an attack on Gaius. Scimitar. Oh, no, that's not right. That was Gerblin.
Just to be clear, he had the option to choose a new target after failing.
I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay.
He's too stupid to think of that.
He's too stupid to understand why he couldn't hit it.
Yeah.
Why he couldn't shoot.
That was a 19 to hit Gaius. However, I was gonna say +2 to your AC because of the half cover. So yep, that's a miss. This goblin gets frustrated by the fact that cover 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's running up to the ship too. Kasim, waking up. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Half his movement. 5, 10, 15.
And it comes face to face.
Oh, what the fuck are you? You ugly son of a bitch! 1, 2.
Nice 20.
Yep. Two sword swings go straight into this.
I don't think you even need to roll.
Into this goblin. However, as you guys watch the sword go in and out, mostly because Pip and Callie and guys, because you're all right there and can see this. You see the sword go in and out, but no blood comes out. As the goblin looks up at Kasim with a smile on its face, and Kasim looks horribly confused. What in the fuck am I dealing with here? Alright, this goblin right here is going to attempt an acrobatics to break free of Pip.
Okay.
I need to find him. There we go. That is a 12. That would be challenged by your athletics.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, this one has a name.
Jeebus Christ. That's not for the roll. That's for my internet being slow. So yeah, he attempts to wriggle and writhe and get free. However, he fails to do so. That is his turn, though. Gerblin's turn. Gerblin wakes up herself.
Oh, God, no, I don't do combat like this!
She has moved 5 feet, peeks around the corner to see exactly what's going on.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Okay, never mind. I think I got one spell for this.
She says she holds up a finger as you see 3 pink dots appear. Guys, this spell should seem very familiar.
Yeah, I got my version.
Down to that many, and magic missile. Rather than the goblin that she knows is being held, she's going to shoot the goblin that is here. And then I need to roll 1d4 more.
There's actually 2 here.
It's
That's
2.
6.
There's one right here too.
Oh, right. Yeah,
She
no, then
also
we'll go the one that's next to Kasim, because she would not want Kasim to die and get hurt.
She only gets 2?
No, she gets 3. Alright, yeah. Alright, this goblin right here, also super dead. 3, 6, 10. Minus 10. And dead. Alright. That is the end of Gerblin's turn. Pip, it is your turn.
Okay, this is the...
You just watched this goblin get skewered twice and take no damage.
Yeah, so in that case, well, since stabbing doesn't work, I may as well try the manacles. So I guess I'll put my sword away and use the extra hand to try to manacle this goblin.
Alrighty. Let's see it.
What the hell do I do to put manacles on someone? I don't know if that's even in the book.
It's just that would be using you would just be using in your case using an object to just clasp it. Normally that'd be an action to do that, but fast hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he's also.
Well, I mean, I had to use. I mean, you need a free hand to grapple, so I had to already I used my bonus to put the sword away again, and then I'm using the action to put the manacles on. So
Okay.
is there any kind of check involved, or am I just
Oh
doing
no,
that?
you're just slapping the manacles on.
Okay.
Already grappled.
Okay, so this goblin is now manacled.
I'll use the hand to represent that. All right. Anything else?
No, I will keep him grappled and manacled.
All right.
This
Perfectly
goblin
acceptable.
this weird goblin that didn't get stabbed isn't going anywhere. It's
All right.
mine now.
This goblin right here sees things are not going well, and he is going to use his nimble escape to disengage as a bonus action, and then 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. As he jumps over the side of the ship, falling into the sand, doing a tuck and roll.
I'm assuming nimble escape precludes a attack of opportunity.
Correct. He disengaged.
All right. Okay.
Callie, it is your turn.
All right. Well, considering she also witnessed the stabby stab that didn't work, but also this guy is surrounded by 3 people
And manacled.
and manacled, she's going to notice this guy and just swing around the post to get about here if possible.
Gotcha.
And stabby. Bam, 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 bam. That's an 18.
18 is a hit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
a
12. A dead goblin.
Alrighty. Alright, so Callie, after as you stated, you see the other one is pretty much taken care of. Weird goblin, that one. However, there's other goblins that need to be taken care of. As you swing around with your rapier, just go straight through this goblin's chest as he also just keels over the side.
Well, it worked on this one.
Alright, guys, it's your turn.
Kind of just squinting at this goblin that didn't get hit. That one's still being a dick, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make it stop being a dick. Hopefully.
13 is not a hit, actually.
Damn. Cover worked out for it.
Yep. So you fire your crown flash at this goblin, as it immediately just goes flat up against the rock. All right. That's a dead goblin. Shush, it is your turn.
What are left? That goblin, he's dead. He's dead. He's manacled. He's dead. Let us. Oh, how far away is this? Yeah, alright. I'm gonna throw a javelin at this dude.
All right. Disadvantage because they're more than 30 feet.
Yep.
And he's in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I even see him then?
You can see him because he hasn't taken the hide action,
Okay.
which he can do as a bonus action as a goblin, but
But it hasn't been his turn.
it hasn't been his turn.
Get him off.
An 8 is not a hit as you throw a javelin at him as it shatters up against the rock as the goblin All right. Anything else for Shush's turn?
Dodge.
All right. Taking the dodge action. Just
No, I've already used an. No, I've already used an action to
to attack.
throw a javelin. I can't take it. I
Alright.
can't take a dodge action.
All right.
Yeah,
and
you're
is
not
this,
a rogue.
yeah. This goblin is going to use a bonus action to hide, and then he's going to disappear. This goblin is dead. It is Kasim's turn. Kasim looks at the manacle goblin from it. Well, at least it's locked up for the time being. As he puts away his sword. This goblin right here. What's the DC for escaping manacles?
20.
Okay. Not good odds of him escaping these manacles.
I can break these cuffs.
And then if he escapes those, he's still grappled too. So.
That is a 15. He is not free. As he wriggles and writhes, but does not get himself free. It is Gerblin's turn. Gerblin sees things.
Is it safe? Can I poke out without getting dead?
Kasim, maybe just stay back a little bit.
Alright, I'm not stupid. I'm not dying for nothing.
As she just keeps her head poked back where it's safe. Pip, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm already grappling this goblin and it's manacled. I just want to try and keep a hold on it and keep it still.
Alright, that's not a problem.
Just be like, alright, what's your deal, goblin? I have no idea what it's saying.
Alright, just roll me in athletics to maintain the grapple on top of the manacles, with advantage because you got it manacled.
Okay. Advantage. Oh, maybe I could try to intimidate it, actually. I got an idea.
Alright, and this last goblin over here hides as a bonus action, and then just
Sorry,
disappears.
could I do one thing while I'm restraining it?
Sure.
So if I'm, like, on top of it and keeping it still and stuff, I want to, like, lean in and whisper into its ear to try and intimidate it. And I'm gonna say something quiet enough that maybe the others would have to listen to hear it, but I'm gonna whisper some, like, threats in deep speech into its ear. Because that probably sounds really fucked up to it.
Alright. Just give me one moment.
I don't know if that'll help at all.
Because as that last goblin runs away, and with this last one detained, combat is now over.
I did it, guys. I saved the bird.
Good job saving the bird.
Alright. It's finally at this point that, after all the fuss and commotion, that Prakat comes out holding his head. Oh! I just spent a day of heavily drinking. What's going on? Kasim, we got attacked by goblins. Oh, that's just something that happens. Why do we still have one on board the ship? This one does not die no matter how much I stab it.
Shrugged off blade.
Interesting. Prakat says as he comes walking down the stairs, as he picks up the manacle goblin. Do you speak common? Gerblin, this is why...
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this thing froze.
As suddenly it goes very quiet.
What, you suddenly can't speak goblin now too? Sir, this guy ain't talking. He's just being an asshole.
Geist is just kind of straining his head, trying to think of why things wouldn't take damage from swords, other than, like, resistance, which is pretty common to understand.
Gerblin sits about where they are. Is like,
What kind of questions do you want me to be asking this dumbass?
Why was it going... Why was it going for your room?
I don't know about that. I don't know why I didn't get stabbed.
Alright. We'll start off with why the stabbing didn't hurt it. Ragaprapradakak.
The goblin is very quiet.
Is it breathing?
It is breathing. It's just not
Okay.
answering.
Okay.
This guy is not listening to me.
Can I do a thing?
What are you gonna do?
Can I cut its arm? Attempt to cut his arm with my rapier? Not cut it off, but try to hurt it with my rapier.
Sure.
I just want to slash at his arm with my rapier.
Alright, you try to slash his arm with your rapier as your
Can I
blade
try to
does
stop
not
her?
pierce it. Oh, yeah, no, you can try to stop her.
People try and get in the way. Hey, is a prisoner.
Shrugs. Tried to kill us. Also,
Right, now he's at
seeing
his
instead.
he's all manacled up and we've got him in prisoner. You can't just attack a prisoner, that's not right.
I'm checking to see if this weapon works instead.
He'll step away, but he definitely doesn't look happy.
Alright, so you're still gonna attempt to stab him with it?
Oh, if he stopped me, then it's just
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, no. Gerblin keeps on shouting, and she keeps on shouting louder and louder and louder and Goblin until she just,
Oh god, I'm losing my breath here.
Shush kind of like taps her on the shoulder and goes, what do I say?
I won't.
And then he just points at him.
Alright, I'm trying to ask him the same questions you guys told me to ask him. Why wasn't he able to get stabbed? And what he's doing here?
How do I do this? He just kind of does. He tries to mimic one of the things that Gerblin tried to ask, to kind of like see, is that the correct question?
so you're attempting. I'm gonna take a guess. You're trying to use your persuasion, correct?
Sort of. Like if that's the right question, then I'm gonna use the emissary of peace, and then try to ask the questions. But I'm trying to get Gerblin to ask the questions through me.
As a bonus session, you guys. Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. All right, you use your emissary pieces. Gerblin once again shouts at the goblin, as in, it rolls its eyes like.
Alright, he says he'll answer questions if we let him go.
Prakat strokes his beard a bit. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Personally, I prefer peace, but I feel like if we let him go, he's just going to attack us again.
Other ones got away. There was no more, so letting this one go won't change anything. So he can go, I think.
Might teach them, it might even be able to teach them a lesson on not attacking us. How fair are you on that, Gerblin? Do you think that's... You're the goblin expert here.
Okay, now see here. Just because I'm a goblin doesn't mean I'm a goblin expert. But yeah, that's about right. You kick a goblin's ass once they give up.
Guy speaks up. Tell him we'll let him go after the questions.
Alright, he says he's good.
Okay.
Right, so what's with the stabbing? Did he get given that by some kind of benefactor, or what?
Alright, he says that there's someone enchanted him with magic. He can't get hurt, at least for the next 8 hours.
Did the person who enchanted him send him to do this?
That's an affirmative.
Right.
Okay, yeah, no. They had very specific orders. Their job was to make sure that we can't move.
Guys is gonna go check where the engine was.
It is in fact where this goblin was headed.
Just making sure it's still there, you know.
Oh yeah, it's still there. It's still there.
Just kind of zack out. Well, seems like the plan didn't go as, as planned.
Very much so. You're. Oh, wait, no, that can't be in common. Goblin.
He sulks it. He puts his head down.
I called him an idiot. Anyway. Outside of the magic thing and, why he's here. Anything else we need from this idiot?
Benefactor's name?
Does the goblin have any visible wounds, even though he's not, like, healing over dead?
No visible wounds on him at all.
Okay. So he hasn't taken HP damage, is basically what I'm trying to check.
Only emotional.
Because I was gonna try and patch him up if he's hurt.
At this point, Prakat kind of perks up with, hold on a second. We got attacked by goblins. Who was keeping watch?
Gaius raises his hand, like, grimacing through the mask.
Me too. Me and him were both up
Okay,
here.
you two are off guard duty.
Sorry.
It's just a fair thing to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
on the
I'm
upside,
going...
on the upside, you get to get some rest, which I assume that at least the looking at the construct here, it looks like he could use it.
A couple things are not the best right now.
All right. We don't have any more questions for the goblin here, right? What's your name? Well, actually, what's the goblin's name?
Give me a second.
Scream! It's Squeam.
It's Scream! It's Scream!
The benefactor's name was the other one I asked, but didn't think it came through.
No, he didn't answer that one.
You might not know.
It's fair.
Yeah, he's kind of a stupid goblin.
She says that she whacks him on the head once.
I don't care if it hurts still. I don't... sorry.
Idiot!
Alright. Well, if we don't got anything else for this idiot, we can unmanacle him and just throw him overboard. How's that sound?
Pip shrugs and pulls out the manacle key.
Kasim, personally, I would wait the 8 hours for that magic to wear off, and then I'd stab him again. But that's just me.
Well, again, no point in that, no benefit.
Exactly.
2 goblins already ran off, and they're gonna tell their benefactor anyway, so...
Yeah.
Better we let one go that we treated... He kind of glances at the Gerblin with the smacking properly, and then let him...
Now look, that's just how goblins communicate. Physical violence is the language goblins understand. That and goblin. We understand goblin.
I'll keep that in mind then. Right, we ready then? And Pip gets the key ready to unlock the manacle.
Alright. Gerblin immediately runs to the back room.
No, I'm not gonna be close to him.
Kasim, yeah, I'm ready.
Pip gives it a couple seconds for any more questions.
Stands between Gerblin and the goblin.
And unlocking.
Gaius as well.
You unlock the manacles as the goblin looks around for just a slight bit, scowls, then takes off into the night, disappearing. As Prakat, alright, new way of handling this. Raise your hand if you got injured in the fight.
Pip raises his hand.
Does Kali raise her hand?
She makes like a waving motion, like shoo, but back to like just.
All right, you guys all rest. You guys can all rest in my cabin for tonight. Then.
Shush points at Thump.
You know what? Actually, how about you all stick around Thump, and I'll help keep watch along with Kasim and Garblin.
Oh, come on! I want to sleep!
Nope. No arguments. They are currently our guest, so we'll let them sleep, and we'll keep an eye on things here. We're used to this after all. Come on, Garblin. We can play cards. I know how much you like that. Alright. And you guys are allowed to go to sleep.
Guys would apologize again for the failure on his part before going to bed.
Don't worry about it. If anything, I'm probably just taking you off guard duty tonight, and then tomorrow, then we'll be back to letting you guys take watch.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta set an example as the captain, right? He says, attempting to straighten himself up a bit.
And stumbling because he was drunk.
Yeah, clearly reeking of alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Alright. And, you guys may now count yourself as having a full rest. As I start music again. Musica. And I need to make another quick change. And the warning, the goblin corpses are still there. However, you notice that they've been moved farther away from the ship, and that currently there are vultures pecking at them, as well as other animals just going to nip at them. As Kasim does explain, it's like, you just let it happen.
That's how nature does.
Correct. That is what nature does. Alright. Well, as you guys are all waking up and such, and, you know, you guys are making your comments and stuff, Gerblin comes from the back room.
Shit! Shit! We got a problem, guys!
Guys kind of sitting up, stretching. Don't tell me it's the exact thing that is the most likely to have happened after last night.
Okay. So... Yes, but... Also, like, I don't understand the how. Okay, so the F-core has been damaged. It still works! I can get this thing going, it's just... We're gonna be slower now.
But I made that... I grabbed that goblin as soon as he opened the door. No one even got in.
Exactly. That's what I'm fucking confused about. And me, Kasim, and Prakat, we're all keeping watch all night.
Prakat,
Stroking his chin.
yeah, Prakat himself is stroking his beard. Well, we're slowed, but we're not dead. We can either turn our way back to Aduna, or we can get you guys out to where you need to be. Honestly, with the ship, with the F-core damage, how bad is the damage?
Oh, we're about,
She, thinks about it for a bit.
We're about 30 feet slower than normal.
Oh, that's pretty bad. At this point, it'd probably be faster just to get to where those ruins are. Or at least just as fast as getting to those ruins as it would be going back.
What kind of speed do you gain with that spell slot thingy?
Oh, you don't gain speed, you gain duration for the F-core before it powers down.
There were supposed to be mercenaries at the place we're going. Maybe they have their own ships or spare parts or something.
Very good. I say, with that knowledge in mind, Kasim, how are our supplies looking? We got enough supplies for 5 days, easy. If that's the case, then I would find it perfectly acceptable for us to keep pushing forward.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Right. You never know when a sandstorm might come and bury those ruins that you guys are wanting to be after, and then where will you be? Pissed off with the pissed off whatever it is that whoever it is that you're working for, right?
Standing on top of Palo Sand, I imagine.
And plus, I'd never hear the end of it from Mayor Alvaro Geese if I came back with you on my boat without you guys having gone on your adventure. So, I say we push forward. Gerblin, you can keep that F-core running.
Yeah, I can keep it running, but, it's gonna take a lot more of my time now.
Fair enough.
Shush makes the sound of a wrench hitting an F-core.
Yep, I will, the extra pair of hands will be very useful. Thank you, Shush. Oh, wait, that's right, thank you. Shh! Pronouncing it right.
Shush shrugs.
I'm just trying to be polite. I try to do something right, people. That's whatever.
She says she just throws, kind of fumes into the back room.
Man, just press my fucking F-core. Who hit my F-core?
Clang.
Alright. I'm just going to roll one thing. Actually, no. This is a good point to call it. Yeah, this is a good point to call it. So, with a goblin attack in the middle of the night, and the F-Core still managing to get damaged somehow by mysterious means, you guys push forwards towards these mysterious ruins, knowing with who knows what that lies ahead of you. But we'll find out how that concludes next session. So for now, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Subscribe.
Of course.
Always.
All right.
Always that.